question. I don't know.
In this lonely ass world, it's getting colder. I'm not going nowhere if I cannot take my boat there. My mind was bred a little different, yeah, from my own past. If I see heat, why the fuck would I wanna go there? Mama, I make you smiling. Mama, your little nigga came from wildin'. Mama, always got in trouble, I was shouted. Mama, now I'm staring at shit. Mama, I'm the pilot. Mama, if I want something, I'ma go get it. Mama, swim with the sharks, piranhas, and fishes. Mama, it's so hard down here, God is my witness. Mama, I know where I'm going. Mama, I'm a fan. It's hard not knowing who is really gonna be there for me. I wish you could be here to see me the day I start touring. Shit be on my mind every second when I'm not recording. I'm waking up conversating with the Lord every morning. I mistakenly took the wrong path, I had to rewind. I fumbled trying to move too fast, I had to keep trying. Growing up, I got in trouble, told myself to keep lying. So much stress be building up, swear I be needing me time.
Good morning to the DMV and the rest of the world. This is your girl Reese, aka the best that ever did it, aka what's up, people? Hey, and yes, as I'm always doing, up here inviting people to the show. Like, come on in, get on. You would think that I'm on 5 days a week, 10:30, that they would know to come on in and get in on this goodness, because we don't be faking on the Morning Mac show. It's real, baby. It's real. And before I get into it anymore today, I want to thank and say good morning to my super producer, Mr. Molly Mall, C-Moss Boss. He is cranking out that good C-Moss. Y'all better get. He's always selling out his lemonade, right? Because people that buys it knows that it's a good product. It's a good thing. So I'm trying to tell you all to get you some C-Moss in your life. Get them good vitamins and nutrients and minerals and all that good stuff. And I told you he makes the thick kind that you can put in your coffee or just take I don't know what it's called. Then he also does the infusion, meaning he infuse it with the smoothies, and he got the lemonade. That's my go-to, the lemonade, because it tastes good. It really does. Oh, anyway. Okay, somebody they said they in. Let me see what's going on. Okay, you sent the ID yesterday. I'm making sure. Yes, same ID. I sent you the fresh link to get in today. Yes. Okay, sometimes you got to, when you're sending out the links so the people to come in on StreamYard. I don't know what the delay being, but okay. They said I'm in now. Am I in the right StreamYard? Okay, I'm in now. I sent them out the right one. Molly, we got people waiting in the back that I can't see yet. Okay, I'm on now. I don't know. I don't. With the back, but they let me know, text me if they have trouble getting in. So when you hear those dings, those are people that's trying to log into the show coming on. And I hope everybody's got a good clear link, boom boom. So, but anyway, so today's topic, okay, I'm in the studio. Okay, I gotta be in the right studio because Molly here.
You sent them the wrong link, but they're not here. Want me to resend it to your phone?
Text it to me to my phone so I can send it out to everybody. Okay, I sent them the one that was on the day on IG, Molly. Oh. Okay. I'm about to send everybody the right thing. I thought I sent it before. Sometimes this stuff could be so frustrating. It really can be. Okay, hold tight. I'm about to send you another link right now. Okay. I'm copying text. So y'all give me a minute. I'm because I'm sending out to the family to make sure everybody's in here on time and everything. I got to send it back out to all the family. So let me make sure. I'm going to send you the correct link. Just log out of that and log into this one. Okay. Sending people the right link. I gotta apologize to everybody. This is the corrected link. Sorry, JoJo baby. Sorry. There go my dad mentality. That's where everybody is coming in, coming late because of me. I apologize. This is the correct link. I'm sending everybody the correct link now. Paste, paste, paste. Okay, because sometimes I go on there early. That Kiani got it. Hey, Kiani. Hey, Colton. Okay, Molly, you could. Good morning, Dad Mentality. Good morning, Kiani. Good
Good
morning.
morning.
I do apologize.
Oh shit, here we go.
Look, I sent out the wrong link because I grabbed it so early, and I just grabbed and sent. So I think I was sending everybody the link from yesterday because each day is a new link. I think how it go. I don't know what link I sent them. Molly was like, "You sent them the wrong link." So
Mm-hmm.
the miss.
That's your MO. You always sending the wrong link, grabbing the wrong link, eating the wrong link. God damn, Reese.
Look, I'm trying to get y'all LinkedIn.
Mm.
We got a good topic this morning, fellas. We're talking about DC being a city under siege. Is it really a city under siege? Because to my knowledge and recollection, and I've been here for a minute, okay? I must have been through several sieges, Colton. That's what I'm saying. Kiani dad mentality. Because back in the 80s, when the crack epidemic was out there, it was a city under siege. It was people fighting for gangs, people jacking you because they trying to get high, getting drugs. I mean, it was really under siege, and we was dying at a rapid rate back then, right? They said that the last time they said the city was under siege was 1997, 26 years ago. So I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, well, what the hell is this now? Is it a bunch of group of badass 12-year-olds that we can't get a grip or handle? I can't not believe, as far as technology and the advancement that they have made, that they cannot curtail the crime in DC. What's going on? Is that the police don't care? What are y'all thoughts on that? But before you give me your thoughts on it, I got a video that I want to share with y'all. It's the first video is back in 1997. It goes back. So while Marley is setting it up, and I'm gonna go in the order. When we come back, I'm gonna ask Dad Mentality. Then I'm gonna go to Kiani, and then I'm going to ask Colton what he thinks, because Colton like to bring up the rear.
Whoa.
Oh shit.
I couldn't help that one, Carlton. I couldn't help that. But Marley, go ahead and show them.
We don't need nobody glorifying the game. They got enough fools that do that. We ain't doing nothing but waging a genocide upon ourselves. Look at what's going on in Chicago. See how them people just killing each other, innocent people. I mean, it's just sad because, man, you know, you see the way we is today, man, and it pains my heart to see that, man, we so divided as a people. They don't have no regard or respect for rats, and I think they all should be exterminated. But, man, them people is not seeing rats. They seeing each other about ignorance, right? The city always been like a tribe. We might be divided and lost and everything. We come together like a iron hand in the bed and all over, right? The main idea is to stop killing each other, man, and come together. And to see the best leaders are the ones who lead from the front. You know, the fake leaders lead from the back. All they do is push buttons, but the real leader, he's going to put himself on the front line. You know what I mean? And represent what you stand for. Like you represent the positive change. Stay right in that lane. Don't start from the back. You know what I mean? Stay where you at. And everything will work its way out. And by Allah, I'm gonna do everything in my power and everything I can to try to rally all the people. I don't know if you know it, but I'm really cool with a lot of them cats that like Mitch and all these cats. I mean, I ain't got nothing bad to say about none of them. It's all good with me and their relationship. Man, you ain't have to do what you're doing. You ain't have to reach back. You know, a lot of people get in your position and they don't want nothing to do, especially somebody like me. You know what I mean? You know, I don't trip on me at all. You know, I done destroyed enough people in my lifetime where, you know, I'm conscious. I was conscious when I was home, but I'm more conscious now and I'm more dedicated to this game to where, you know, Allah says that if you take the life of one innocent person, it's like you took the life of all mankind. And vice versa. If you save one life, it's like you save all mankind. And that's what I'm about now. I want to save our people. I've been in total isolation for like the last 20 years, right? As far as me, that ain't even important. You know, I can take fortune, I can take all and still won't break. You know what I mean? It's firm. It's firm. You know what I mean? It's death before dishonor all the way. Kill or be killed. But at the same time, I want people to recognize, man, we ain't each other's enemies. You know what I mean? I'm tired of that. I'm tired of, you know, that's like, you know, first people wanted me to scream on Jay for using my name, but I was like, nah, he don't need that. I mean, he ain't done nothing in disrespect, I don't think. If he called himself being honorable, alhamdulillah, I won't be honorable back to him. That is always positive from the rest of my life. I ain't into trying to I got enough negative people behind me that I'm trying to change already. You know what I mean? And this ain't just for black people, it's pro-black people, but man, we speaking for all people, even for the poor whites and, you know, the people that's not into the racism and things of that nature. I don't think I just did, because in Islam, there is no race in Islam. You know what I mean? We got brothers of all race, Jews and Cubans and everything else. Only thing I despise is those who despise us as a people. I hate racist practices. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, inshallah, man, I'm trying to get everybody that's affiliated, surely affiliated with me, will be behind you.
Okay, Marley, you're talking too much.
Inshallah, the other cities would do the same.
But I think y'all get the gist. I mean, he was going in on a lot of other stuff, but I think you get the gist of back in the late 90s, the late 80s and 90s, how when they were saying that the city was under siege, that it was under siege because of the drug and the violence and all of this and that. Okay, fast forward to now. What do our city look like now? Dad mentality?
Well, for me, you know, I've lived in the city all my life and lived in this area all my life, and now I drive through the city. It don't look nothing like it did back in the late 80s and 90s. As far as you know, I feel like gentrification is more of an issue now than it was back then when the gang violence or, you know, I felt like DC was never really like, you know, Bloods and Crip gang violence, but everybody represented their neighborhood or their area they're from, this, that, and the other, and especially in the go-go culture and things like that. But you know, now, man, I don't see how we under siege as far as in gang violence, because a lot of those areas are not the same. I mean, this is getting to the point now, Anacostia is going to be a place to visit because of the sports complex they're putting in there. They closed down Berry Farms. Now Stanton Terrace used to be a project. Now a house in townhouse in Stanton Terrace will cost you $550,000. So I mean, it's a huge difference. I feel as far as the culture and even how it is driving in DC and stuff like that. It's not the same. And don't get me wrong, it's still pockets. But I feel like it's more if you're talking about something being under siege, I feel like you need to go, maybe Forestville or Suitland right now. I feel like Suitland High School is under siege. All the stuff that's happening over there in that high school. So I mean, it's an interesting concept, but I definitely don't feel like DC is not anywhere near it was in the late 80s and in the 90s as far as gang violence and even the drug culture. Shit, they didn't legalize weed. So now, shit, I mean, that's 50% of the drug culture was the stereotype about weed. Now it's legalized. You can go right into a regular old store and buy a T-shirt and get a bag of weed in it. So I mean, I really don't feel that the city is under siege the same like it was in the 90s.
Right, Kiani, the same question. When they say DC is under siege, they're using that back again. How do you feel from back then to now? What do you see?
It's about the same. I mean, back then it was, older. Now it's younger. I mean, people 12 years old, 11 years old, 9 years old is trying to jack cars and stealing that 7-Eleven. Back then it was, it was some stealing at 7-Eleven, but now it's younger. It's younger.
Okay.
To me, I don't remember back in the early 90s. It was 8 years old, 9 years old, 11 years old, 12 years old.
Okay.
I don't remember that.
You a baby. I know you and Molly. Remember 26 years ago, y'all was the ones stealing the pickles and the hot mamas at the 7-Eleven and the little firecrackers and getting the bubble gum. That was y'all.
I was spoiled. You know that. I had them hold my hand. I get anything I want at 7-Eleven. You know that.
Yeah, you spoiled. Okay, Carlton, what do you say? Good morning, Phoenix and Just. I see you guys. I'm wanting knowledge and giving you love. And I'm going to come around to y'all with the same question. So I hope y'all listening. Carlton, are you with me? That's the same face he make when we be doing it. Carlton, you froze again. Okay, Carlton froze. Are you froze again, Carlton? See, that's that same face. I'm gonna go to the next panel member. I got Kiani, I got Dad Mentality that got caught. Okay, I don't know what happened to Just and Blue Phoenix. I don't know. They tapped out. And Carlton, when he ever get unfroze. Am I froze? Am I the one that's frozen? Phoenix, there you go. Can you hear me, Mama?
Yeah, I went out. I'm riding through the city. We talking about DC. I'm riding through DC now, and the service in certain areas are pretty bad. I remember what you. So okay. So in the '90s, I was in elementary, middle. You know what I'm saying, going into high school, and so it was some young kids, not necessarily stealing cars, but they were out doing things in the street. It wasn't as many as they are now, though. It's worse now for some reason, but also too because the OGs were in the streets and they didn't allow these young kids to do certain things. They would talk to us, they would protect us. They'd be like, "Hey, come here, you need to go to school. Let me give you some money." The OGs was out there now. There are no hardly any OGs out there directing the kids, and the parents were more active with the children. A lot of this has to do with the activity of the parents because some parents have work. I'm not gonna say they're not taking care of the children because they are. Some of them are working, though they're not home to monitor the children. They send them to school. They think they're going to school. They just out here misguided, misdirected, need some attention. But it was going on then, but not like now because we had guidance in the street too. There's no guidance in the street. And Suitland, I'm a Suitland alum, so what the craziness going over there is off the chain. But Suitland always had wild stuff going on there. When I was there, it was wild stuff going on. It's just a lot, like I said, it's more no guidance. That people are not putting their life on the line for the kids no more because the kids are trying to kill you. Some of them. So it's just a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of fear out here. Everybody's scared of these kids, and everybody's scared to tell them what to do. And everybody, nobody's guiding them. And that's what they really want. They really want direction, but they don't know how to ask for it, so they acting crazy.
I agree. And I went to Forestville High School because I heard dad mentality talking about Forestville. Let me tell you something. Forestville ain't no worse than no other school. It ain't no better, no worse. It's in all the schools across the DMV. And let me tell you why. Because whatever happens in the districts always spill over to Maryland and Virginia. Because we can't stay out of each other's yard. It always spills over. Exactly. And I'm a Forestville alumni. This is a Suitland alumni. I don't know what Keani, he's probably Largo. And dad mentality. What you alumni of?
I went to Friendly.
Friendly, okay, he's an alumni of Friendly. Now, back when I was coming up, there was drugs we were selling crack. One of my good friends, Rico Marshall, died because he swallowed the vial of crack because the police ran up on him. I went Leslie Shepard. I went to school with Leslie Shepard and Rico Marshall. Then when the police got him, it was a different time. And like Louisa said, because the OGs wasn't in the streets, you don't see the OGs. They sold the dope. They did that part, but they also made the little badass kids. Y'all go to school because we don't want this life for y'all. It's like back then we cared more about our kids than it is now. But Louisa hit the nail on the head with the hammer when she said that we are scared of our children nowadays. And that's because of the government got their hands in it. The government telling these kids, you got rights. Your parents can't do this. Your parents can't do that. So what do we do as parents? We throw our hands up and say, I can't do nothing with you. Let the streets raise you. But that's what I'm seeing. So I don't see like DC under siege like it used to be for drugs, like it used to be for the crack epidemic and the shooting and the gang violence. I see a bunch of these badass kids out here that need their ass whipped. Carlton, what do you see? And then we're going to go to Jess. Can you hear us?
Can you hear me?
Okay, I can hear you now. Yes, sir.
Yeah, well, one thing I can see is this Wi-Fi ain't shit in my house because I keep losing connection. So it's one thing. I see we got Miss Blue Phoenix in the building, her sexy self. Man, shit. I've been trying to get her ass pregnant for the last 6 months, man. She ain't trying to bite.
She fertile too. She fertile.
I know she's fertile.
But the question is DC.
Shit. Blue Phoenix got more kids. Blue Phoenix got as many kids as Claire Huxtable. Goddamn, man, they on a mission. As far as the piece goes, I want this may not sound PC for the culture, but I'm a suburb savage, so I never was affected by the DC life. I'm an 80s baby, so I really don't have much experience with it, but from what I've heard and from what has been told to me, I think that it just was unfortunate. My father was a DC police officer, and he used to come up with stories and talk about how a lot of people were getting arrested and were getting penalized just for having small amounts of narcotics, just so that they could put more blacks in jail and things of that nature. So for him, it was rather sad. But now you see DC is being, gentrified and things of that nature. You in a safe space in DC when you see white folks skateboarding and walking their dogs, and they got a Whole Foods and they got places where you can go and get DC has changed. It's not Chocolate City no more. It's French Vanilla City. So we have to be more aware of what our native city is looking like now. But that's pretty much my gist of it because I really don't have that kind of experience. You know, I'm a suburb savage. You know, unfortunately. You know,
A
so
suburb
I
savage.
Well,
I
that's
grew
not
up
unfortunate. That's not an unfortunate thing. Think different things happen in the suburbs than
yeah,
it does in the city.
right. You know, and so I mean, you know, my heart goes out to them, but I'm very thankful that you know I get to go outside and there's green grass and nice big old trees and I know where my library is. So that's pretty much my experience as far as you know that. But that's not the PC thing to say amongst us. But that's just I mean I'm trying to be funny about it, but I mean I don't. It never affected me, unfortunately, or fortunately, But anyway,
Mm. Well,
yeah.
show the
But you
clip.
know,
Oh, we got another
go
clip.
ahead.
We're going to come back to you first.
Yeah, talk to me
Oh, I
about
was
some
going to
pussy
say,
since I'm playing.
what you said? What?
Talk to me about some hoes.
Anyway, I'm an '80s baby too. That's why I said I went to school in the '90s. So, but again, it's nothing wrong with having that experience of not having to experience the city. Um,
Oh, crazy.
a lot of us here, like I was raised, my family's from the country, but I was born and raised here. And they always
Mm-hmm.
taught us respect, and they taught us that no matter what goes on outside your home, you know what you do in your home is different. So it's not just because we didn't have grass or just because we didn't have the trees and we got the concrete jungle here does not mean we can't teach our children how to live like they have the grass and the trees. It's up to us as the parents and the aunts and the uncles and the cousins and the grandpa and grandma to teach our children how to have that mentality regardless if we're in the city. I mean,
No
it's
doubt.
cramped here. There's no space here. But again, you have to teach your children these things. It's on us.
No doubt.
Okay. Oh, real check. It's a systems check real quick, Molly. Are we up on Facebook and YouTube? Because of course I'm getting a call saying they can't find it. I see us. Okay, I see you on Facebook, Molly. Yes. Yeah, I know that was Slicky saying he can't find us. So I don't know where. So I was just checking, just making sure. We good. We see we got any comments coming in?
You might have sent them to the wrong link.
The link don't go out like that. The only time I send out the link,
That's exactly what she did.
I don't send out the link like that. I only send it out to the guests for y'all to come on like this. Y'all wrong.
Hey, Reese, and I got a new AKA for you too.
AKA, also known as.
Yeah, when you do your thing, yeah, your new AKA is the sweetest cheek on a podcast.
Oh shit.
Not cheeks, but cheeks.
Yeah, there you go. The sweetest cheek on the podcast.
Also known as
the sweetest cheek. Yeah, there you go.
Kiani, do you agree with that? My manager got to agree with it. Kiani, the sweet cheek.
Yes, I like that.
Y'all crazy. I don't even know if y'all can hear me, man. I'm in Southeast. I ain't got no service over here.
They talking about I sent the wrong link. Just said I sent them the wrong link. Then I followed up and sent you the right one. Go to the last one I sent you now.
That's the MO of Reese. She loved it. Some about her and these links. She you have an affinity for some links.
Molly, when you ready to play the other video, then they going in on me. That's
the first link she sent me the Pornhub.
City Under Siege. It was a Fox 5 franchise. You might remember they took on the crime epidemic back then in the district. We pushed for answers, held leaders accountable, and more importantly, lost their lives to
nothing like white folks talking about the ghetto, man. I don't trust their ass.
Leading our newscast daily, shootings, stabbings, carjackings. How bad is it? Just take a look at this recent Washington Post headline. DC
Shut up, white lady.
200 homicides for the year at earliest point since 1997. 1997, That was
That's a lie.
26 years ago. And this
See,
week, in a Fox 5 Insta poll, we asked our viewers if they felt safe in D.C. 87% of you said no.
So tonight, after
Well,
a
then
lot of
move
discussion here
then.
on our
Shit.
newsroom, we decided to
Now.
identify the crime crisis for what it is. D.C. is, once again, a city under siege. We hear your concerns. We're telling your stories.
Shut up,
because
white
in
lady.
all, you deserve a news station that is working 24/7 because your safety is our top priority.
And
You know, that's a lie. Now,
Shut up.
especially with all that gentrification, DC now is DC 80. How much of DC? I'm not a resident of it, but Phoenix is, and she just went out. I was going to ask her how much of DC is actually white now. Do they give the statistics of how much gentrification is going on in there? See, because I'm in Maryland, but like I said, everything in DC spills out to us in Maryland, especially if we close to the line. I'm right here off a branch. They walk right over the line. DC. I seen police car chasing coming out of DC, and I'm pretty sure it's vice versa, because you can't keep them from playing together. And the people in Virginia, they straddle the lines. You can't stop these kids from playing together and doing these things together. You know, like the shoe store that got hit. $70,000 worth of sneakers are on the streets, y'all. 70,000. That's a lot of sneakers. See, the people of the establishment, it's the black-owned establishment. They took the ATM. But these kids are getting more of it. Are these children doing this, or are these young adults doing these stealings? Because it's not the OGs. It's not the OGs. I tell you.
I don't feel it's that much different than it was in the 90s as far as the young kids doing things. I mean, because I'm not gonna lie, when I was young, I was doing stupid stuff like not stealing from a shoe store, but you know, I remember I was in a shoe store, got robbed one time, and I remember, I ain't gonna lie, I think I started stealing cars at 14.
Wait a minute.
I mean, it was you know, but that was the thing to do back then. That was it. That was what we used to do. And I didn't live in DC. I lived in PG County. So, you know,
No,
but
it's your fault.
it was what we did.
we
I mean, but it was
understand.
what we did. It wasn't just me, you know. So it was
Rodney, it's your fault that
it
we
was a
were
lot
gonna
of people.
seize. Because it's your generation that messed up for the
Hey,
rest
man.
of the generations to come.
I'm not gonna lie, my generation was retarded. Go-Go's was retarded, everything. We go hard for a neighborhood we ain't own no property in. You know what I'm saying? We represent that joint to our death, and we ain't own a goddamn thing in that property. Now when I look at it as a adult, I think, you know, I feel it was dumb, it was stupid. But the only thing that was good is we didn't have Instagram, we didn't have WorldStar, we didn't have, you know, people recording it and posting it on their page. That was, and I feel like that's a big thing that's making it seem like it's even more predominant than it is. Because I mean, I ride through the streets of DC almost every day for my job, and I feel safe as hell, way safer than I did back in the day. So I mean, I don't know. That's maybe just because I you know, I'm a big black man and people don't mess with me. I don't know, but I just don't see it as the same. It don't even look the same to me. Like my man said earlier, it's white people jogging, walking their dogs. I went into Harris Teeter yesterday, right on Pennsylvania Avenue. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, in Southeast, they got Harris Teeter. I'm in there shopping for some organic toilet paper. So, you know, I don't feel like
you trying to spoil your asshole.
You know what I'm saying? I wasn't nervous at all. Not a nervous bone in my body walking through there. So I don't feel it's the same at all. You know what I'm saying? At all. So that's just me.
What about you, Carlton? Do you feel safe as an adult, or did you feel safer more as a kid growing up? You know, in you know, far as the in the siege part, being out there in the streets, even in the suburbs.
Well, when I was 14 years old, I was jerking off and playing basketball. So I mean, I wasn't having those kinds of and nothing against my man
I was
who
jerking off too.
Yeah,
No,
yeah, you know, but I wasn't stealing. I wasn't stealing cars. No, I was playing basketball and trying to look up a girl's skirt or whatnot. But when I go to DC or the hood period, I feel safe and or whatever. And I guess like you, sir, being a bigger dude, I don't feel like anyone's going to address me, anything like that. But the truth is, I didn't really know what the ghetto was, what the projects were, until I went to an HBCU when the school was located in between three projects. I went to Shaw University, Raleigh, North Carolina, shout out. And so we were in between three projects. So that's when I really got acclimated to what things were, you know what I'm saying? So when I was young, like I said, my father was a police officer, and so he would show me around, and like we would go to the barber shop on Naylor Road right there in Southeast. And I mean, it's just a different level of intensity from what I was used to. The conversations were louder. Bros were a lot more intense about their perspectives and things of that nature. And it was just good to see, but I didn't feel safe. I was with my dad. And now being a grown man, and I can walk pretty much anywhere and feel like, okay, well, I'm gonna go home tonight. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have those. I don't think that my life is in danger when I walk outside my house.
Okay, so you're not in fear of nothing. So okay,
Nah.
Okay. Let me address that. I felt safer back when I was growing up because I was walking the streets. I was in the streets of DC, and I wasn't scared like this. Even with the drugs.
Wait a minute. You was walking the whole stroll?
You was a street walker?
Walking the whole stroll, Reese?
Oh, did she just say she was walking the streets?
Yeah,
I was walking the streets of DC. I was walking to Roy Rogers and stuff
You
like
think
that.
you know people.
Something to eat, damn it. We was walking to the DC side. Yes, I was walking up to the corner stop, get my mambo sauce, chicken wings, no mambo sauce, but hot sauce, salt, pepper, ketchup on my French fries. Yes, I did.
Reese was out here passing out. You was passing out pussy like government cheese, man. I be goddamn, Reese. Okay.
You get pussy. You get pussy. Everybody get pussy.
But back in the day, it was because we were at groups, and I guess we never got and because my cousin and them owned Safari Club, the little drug boys knew me. They knew who I was. Nobody bothered me. They always looked out for Big Lisi. They used to say one guy named Mr. Marcellus used to call me Big Lisi, Big Lisi. Bubakar, you remind me of him because you give me so many names: Lisi, Nisi, Reese, PC. I didn't know who he talking about, but we didn't feel scared because the gang, the streets, like Louisa said, the OGs looked out for us.
Well, back then there was respect. There ain't no respect nowadays. There's no codes. There's nothing. Back in the day, you couldn't mess with certain people. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, everybody's up. It doesn't matter what it is. The youngest, there's no talking like there's a leader. There ain't no leaders. Everybody just doing their thing. And that's kind of what the drug game brought in. That independence, but which also kind of messed the game up because there's no rules to this no more. It's all about greed. Everybody wanted to do for themselves and it's all about me. I could be that guy, so I don't need you. Oh, nigga, you ain't telling me what to do.
Yeah, definitely. Good morning, Miss Rita. Louisa, if you get a chance, if you can read the comments on the side.
Oh, I'm about to say, you said if she could read. I was like,
no, if she could read them.
Oh,
okay, y'all can't see them, and I could see them, but Louisa sees them. That's why she the Blue Phoenix. She sees it all.
Blue Phoenix, I can dig it.
Blue Phoenix, that girl is so damn sexy.
Hey, see, tomorrow, man, it starts. It's football night. Late Mike. Yes, sir. Visions.
Yeah. I may be coming up. I'll be in Delaware tomorrow, man. So I mean,
that boy stay on the road,
in the competition.
That boy stay on the road.
Yeah, it's a competition. Yeah, man. I'm trying to get a cash prize of $1,000. I need it, man, because I lost my job early this week.
Damn, brother.
No.
Man, I ain't nobody tripping. Fuck a damn
Look,
job.
Look, the last person that lost their job went off the deep end and quit comedy. I'm just like,
No.
Don't go off the curb. Don't do it.
Well, whomever that person was who lost that job, that person probably really should have never stepped on stage. So this just gives me, I ain't gonna name no names. We're not gonna acknowledge no genders. We're not gonna acknowledge no laughter either. But I'm just saying,
there you go. There you go. Gender appropriate they.
Right. But nah, this just gives me more time to focus on, what I really love to do. And this right here is a competition. Cash prize is $1,000. You have a 5-week span to really impress the judges, man. And I'm just hopeful. Yeah, I'm just hopeful.
Yeah.
So
I got a lick coming up. Either way, we're gonna get this money. You know what I'm saying, God?
Yeah.
If it's all getting them to laugh, holding their belly, or either getting to open their purses and wallets, one of the way we're gonna stick them up. Hey, we didn't win the contest, but nigga, we gonna win today.
No doubt.
Exactly. I'm with you on that one.
Yeah, no doubt.
I'm getting a tour together, and I want to call it Big and Ready. Because you big and you ready, I'm big and we ready. There's a lot of big and ready people out there. We want to play Heavy D music every time we get on stage.
You got our own thing.
Yeah. Y'all can talk that. Y'all can talk that obese shit if you want to. No, I'm losing weight, man. It's time. My body talking to me.
But look, see, people get the wrong idea about the weight. They told me I'm losing weight too. I'm trying to watch my weight for health reasons.
That nigga said, "I quit you."
But I'm still bad at what I do. No matter what size I am,
No doubt.
Nah, but Reese, you got a whole bunch of issues that people don't know about why you know what I'm saying, had to retain that weight. So they don't know.
Nah, I got them same medical issues too. That's the reason why I'm like, I'm starting to feel shit. Things start to tingling and things start to burning. I ain't got time for that shit. Yeah.
But wait a minute, my cousin Jess came on, and speaking of tingling and burning, Mr. Jess, hello, good morning, Weezy. When you get a chance, you can jump in with a comment.
Tingling and burning, he might want to check for gonorrhea.
Nah,
not like that.
Not like that. No,
He's talking to the toes.
Yeah, no.
I'm messing with you, brother. I'm sorry.
My dick is clean as laundry now. Shit, no, I'm good.
I'm talking about Jess. And Lee just popped in and Jess popped in. Jess, we prayed for his recovery because he had to get spinal surgery. If y'all don't know who Just is, he's a local DMV rap artist and a star.
What's up? What's up?
Yeah, what up? What's happening?
Just got it with the rest of the ballers, man. What's happening? Yo, I got my tooth pulled yesterday. Oh my God. First of all, why the fuck is it $250 to pull one tooth? And that's with insurance.
Well, ask Erky Burt because he's toothless and ruthless. So
that's
funny. He knows about losing the teeth.
Nah, Erky, his nose just fell out or he been knocked out. You know what I mean? He's out in the streets. Ain't nothing. Erky never seen no dentist almost in his whole life since he was a kid. So Erky, that's some street shit. But he got fronts he put on, but he don't use them. He said take too long to take them off.
I got a set in the drawer y'all can have.
No.
Lee keep trying to give y'all her teeth. Y'all can
I know, Lee. Nobody can fit your mouth like we got. It's exact shit. But when you do smile, that shit do look good though. You got some Colgates on them joints. Like you put some good money for that teeth, for them teeth.
All right, let me bring it back to focus. Let me bring it back to everything back to focus. And Jess and Lee, since y'all get on, we're talking about. You heard what we were talking about, right? The difference from back in the day to now on the kids on the streets. As just being one of them people on the streets out there wrecking havoc back in the 80s and 90s, tell them what the difference is from you being on the streets 26 years ago to now. When he was like 15 and 16. Then I got something I want to show y'all.
Earlier than that. Earlier than 15, 16. Shit, I
26
was
years
in,
ago. I ain't
I
gonna
was in
age you. I ain't gonna say
I was in Southeast. I was in Southeast then. You know what I'm saying? But
Do
difference
you
that I
feel
see now.
safer now or back then?
You said, was it safer now or back then?
Right. Do you feel that you're safer now, or did you feel safer back then? Because like I was saying, I felt safer back
I
then
feel
because
safer back then. I feel
everybody.
safer back then. I feel safer back then. You know what I'm saying? It's like now shit, you got babies, man, that just, you know what I'm saying, walk up on you and smoke your ass. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's the difference. That
Like,
is the difference.
I don't care.
Back then,
I
not too
don't
many
care.
little niggas was killing like that.
I don't care where I'm at. I don't care where I'm at, where I go. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, you gotta stay, you know what I'm saying, with lick. Because if not, you know what I'm saying, like anything can happen, man. You know what I'm saying? I take life serious. I don't give a fuck if I'm in the house. I'm staying with my shit. You know what I'm saying? Because anything can happen at any given time. And I stay in a good ass area. You know what I'm saying? So, but I stay with that mentality now, you know what I'm saying, just so I could, you know, stay around for my kids. You feel me? So, I mean, now, man, it's heartbreaking. It's sad. You know what I mean? You can walk in a goddamn gas station just to pay for some gas. You know what I'm saying? You got to walk in that motherfucker with your jump. You know what I mean? Because anything can happen at any given time. You know what I'm saying? Not even for you. You know? You're not promised the next day, man. So, you know, it's sad now, though. But back in the day, nigga, we used to knuckle up. You know what I'm saying? Do the damn thing. We take an ass whooping before we
They
kill
don't do
you,
that
man.
much. They don't know how to fight no more.
Fuck no, man. I seen my cousin slap boxing, man. I wanted to cry. I was like, damn, he fight like a little girl. You know what I'm saying? I came from Pop. He come from a different area. He come from DC side. I'm sitting like, damn, nigga, you don't even got no hands. No, that shit was crazy. But yeah.
Nah, man, it's ridiculous. Like I told Reese the other day, I was walking. I did a show over there by Chinatown, and you know how crazy it gets down there. So I'm rushing to my car. I'm parked a couple blocks away, but I'm walking kind of expediently. So I see three little niggas. They keep turning around, right? I'm looking at my phone, walking, and then I overheard nigga when I got close. Nigga say something. He's like, "Man, I almost popped that nigga." You know, niggas better not be. You know, niggas gonna be walking and shit all crazy and shit. I'm like, I didn't even turn around. I didn't even acknowledge this shit. I just kept going. And when I hit the corner, I was just like, "Young, these little niggas is scared as a motherfucker, but they armed." There's a difference. Back in the day, you had to go do some shit to get a gun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you had to have some. No, you had to have some money to get a gun.
Yeah, these niggas they making their own shit. They got ghost guns. They got machines that can make you a gun. And then the thing about it is, like, I know back then I come up in the gangsterism era. You know what I'm saying? But with gangsterism, there were rules. These niggas ain't got no rules. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got no rules, man. And I'm gonna say this, because I grew up here in the 80s.
Yeah.
I can, you know, it's kind of mixed for me. Even though it's crazy right now, I feel safer than back then.
Oh, see.
Now?
But let's actually.
Hell nah.
I come up in the
Nowhere
time where
near.
everybody used to go to parties, right? Ho. Niggas used to go to parties back then, the house parties, and it's always gonna get shot up. It always got shot up. I went to the go-go, got shot up. I'm running away to the drive-by. I mean, I'm just saying, and I was in that shit, so it was like, it felt different. That's the same for me personally, because I was involved in that shit. My mentality back now was always on my P's and Q's. Now I'm older, I got kids, I got a lot of shit going for me. I can kind of sense shit, and I stay the fuck out of the way.
No question.
I guess the difference is if you in that game. I wasn't in that game for a slanging or whatever. I was in that game about loving blocking our community and stuff. And on Northwest, Southeast, everybody liked me. I was likable because I wasn't in nobody's territory. I wasn't set tripping. I wasn't doing that. They know me as the blow pop girl from the go-go. I'm feeding the community. I'm making sure they're okay. I'm telling you.
Hold on.
Blow pop.
The blow pop girl. Hold on.
Hold
on. I was at a lot of go-go's.
What's up, Ryan?
Blow pop girls.
How you doing, Ryan?
Well, if you went to Safari Club at the Go-Go Safari, I was the one in the back and on the dance floor selling the blow pops.
Shout out to Ryan, man. What's happening with you, baby?
Can you say selling blow pops What exactly are you talking about? Hold on.
The blow of selling Reese Pieces, sell the candy at the go-go. You can have watermelon, strawberry, they be like, Reese, give me watermelon.
Cigarette.
Okay.
Tim, look, and I got up there and I dance on the stage. Jump club, backyard, Essence, Chuck. I was in the go-go, lollipop, snack cake in the back. They came in the back and saw me for the glizzies. They wanted their links and their pizzas and their nachos. They saw me. I was like, what you want? Reese, hook me up this one. What you want? Okay.
Hey, you read this.
That's
You read
real
this.
shit. Yeah.
This is from somebody that said.
That's
Aunt. She said.
Yeah.
I walked the streets in the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. I was never afraid of anyone. Anything can happen at any time, given a time, no matter where you at, city or suburbs. You have to deal with whatever happens whenever it happens.
Whenever it happens. Yeah, it's real shit.
And that's it, man.
You gotta be prepared. The difference between now and then, man, like I said, they more on that gang shit, blood crip, whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna disrespect it or whatever, but back when I was coming up, I'm an 80s baby. You know what I'm saying? We had crews and cliques. You know what I'm saying? So that was a difference. Like it would be neighborhood for neighborhood. We'll fight. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's the street that we lived on, we'll fight the street that's behind us. You know what I'm saying? Just to see who was the roughest fucking street. But at the end of the day, we wasn't killing each other, man. You know, and just to piggyback on what my man said about the go-go joint. Yeah, back in the day, it used to be a lot of shootouts at the go-go, the Zulu cage, and all types of shit. You know what I'm saying? Rhythms, all that shit, right? But the difference is, and now and then, shit, you go to a go-go now and let a shootout happen, you're gonna have 6 or 7 motherfuckers dying, not just 1 or 2. You understand what I'm saying? Back in the day, it was only 1 or 2. It wasn't 6 or 7. You understand what I'm saying?
Everybody got everybody.
That's what I'm saying. So
you
know,
right.
that's the
Back in the
difference
day,
between
you ready to be 1 or 2 motherfuckers. Now it's like always 8 is 5 or better.
Yeah, then you got and then
let Lee say something, man. Jay,
Punks.
Let Lee say something.
Ain't nothing but some punks. I mean, that's some real faggotry stuff. See, back in the day, they used to call punks faggots. Now you got these gangsters, pranksters want to be. I don't get it. They scared to fight without a gun. They can't fight. That's because the daddies ain't there to teach them to fight. And then you got some that's naturally born fighters. When I came up in PA, you know, you had Blood, Crips, Law, all of them. And honestly, those was cousins, nephews, and brothers. And guess what? We all sat and ate. We had a neutral spot where nobody got fucked over. There was no danger. There's a neutral spot. Here now, there's no neutral spot. Right now, we're dealing with something biblical. You may think it's just ghetto, but it's biblical. We go through this in every series, every 10 years. They look for this one prophet that's supposed to bring us through. And they got to find this kid before it happens, before this come up. So don't sweat the small potatoes. Don't be afraid of nobody. You shouldn't have to walk around fearing and looking over your shoulder because somebody ignorant and wants to carry a gun. I mean, you just got to fight through your own fears. Don't and pick your fights. I understand you walking down the street.
That's about being an adult. Yep. That's about being an adult.
You walking down the street and some guys, they did it to me when I had my patch on my eye. It ain't Halloween. I'll take that patch and beat your ass. Acknowledge it. Let these young men know, and the girls, let them know. When they said it to me, I turned around and said, boy, you'd rather walk around with gasoline drawers on than come fucking with me today. You don't know my day. And then they hug me and say, then they gonna hug me and say, then they gonna hug me. They gonna hug me and say, oh, Ma, I didn't mean no harm. They respectful.
Hold up. A nigga saw you and said he would take that patch off you and beat the hell out of you.
2 of them.
Where they raising these kids?
And I told them, I said, you'd rather walk around with gasoline drawers on than mess with me.
I froze. This damn gonna think it's freezing everybody one at a time. Booba Cow, all I heard was you say, who saw you, Lee? What did you say?
No, I said, first of all, I was like, I was like, who raised these niggas? There's two of them, and they gonna say some shit like that by her eye patch, and they gonna whip her ass. First of all, like you didn't get that back in the day. Now that's something you didn't get. When niggas just talk to women like they men.
Definitely.
You didn't get that back in the day. Yes, niggas being disrespectful. It was all about women parts. It wasn't about whipping her ass.
Listen,
and you don't know her.
Wait,
Yes,
it's what Miss
we did.
Look,
Yes,
so what
Ike Turner was more respectful than that.
Listen,
Felicia,
yes, we did get it. It was just in different verbiage. Baltimore, Maryland. I went to school there for a small bit. You couldn't go to class. You couldn't answer the right. If you raised your hand and answered the right question, and your answer was correct, after school you was gonna fight because they didn't want you to have the right answer because they didn't have the answer. We went through a lot back in the day just to be smart. You had to dumb yourself down.
Hold up. Read the comments that the people in the audience is saying.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna read it. Felicia said, "I'm here, baby boy." She was talking to Just. She also said, "Gangs have always been around." Rita said, "I worked all the boroughs from Paradise, Simple City, Eastgate, Hanover, Montana Avenue, Park Road, basically where I can sell my crap."
I'll be right back, guys.
Felicia said, "The love is gone." And Rita said, "Oh, she asking this to Lee talking about were you more mad because they called you mom?"
I'm mad you gone there. That was a good one. Who you calling mom? You can say you're gonna whip my ass. You can talk about my eyes, but don't you dare call me mom.
Cause she go by the stepdaddy. You know she go by stepdaddy.
It's crazy, but it's real. It's real, and we got. I always say that in order for our kids to get themselves together, we gotta get ourselves together. We have come out of off balance. We have come out of line, and that's why our kids are all over the place. We want to fuss about the kids. We ain't doing what we supposed to do with the damn kids. It ain't all about beating them either, because beatings don't work all the time. When you get to a certain age, what you beating? Nothing. They used to that.
Kids are like puppies. Kids are like puppies. You have to get them early on. I'm talking about 2-3 years old. You teaching them and what not to do. That little tap on the hand or the back of the butt cheek. That should be like 2 or 3 years old.
I want to show y'all together. I want to show the people these two videos together. The first video is the video of team sportsmanship. When your child is on the team and they lose, or when they got, just check it out and then check the last one out. Check it out. Y'all see that?
What is it?
The sport, the team child, the team boss, the child.
Oh my God.
And pulling out a gun, 11-year-old now. Well, got the parents gun, went to the car, I got the parents back, and he's going to open fire because they don't know how to control their emotions and stuff. That's what you're seeing. That's what you're seeing. And then show the second one. And see, this is our children, how they don't know how to play. And this last one is what we want our children, and this is how we want our children to play. We're going to show you the
I'm sorry. I couldn't see that well. What just happened?
The little boy went to the car and got a gun and opened up fire on the team.
He got his parents gun from underneath the seat.
Got his parents strapped.
He knew where that motherfucker was at.
Rita said she's starting a group called the WWTA. We whoop that ass.
Oh my!
I know that's right. Now this is the last video. This is how we want our children to interact, how we need to interact with each other. This is beautiful right here.
I want you to do jab, right hand, slip, right hand, hook, right hand. Okay? But when you slip, I want you to go in. Not like step it in, but just slip and slip. Because if you go backwards and slip, you're going to fall back. Okay?
If you go backwards,
keep your elbows in. And don't stretch your hands out, okay? So, slip, bang, hook. Yep.
Nice.
Slip.
Where's the twins back in the day? They box. Yeah.
Yeah, he working them mitts, boy. He working them mitts.
And they working it together. These are kids playing together, learning something. This is
Well,
Yeah, that
I'm
was
gonna tell
back
you
in the
much,
day.
man.
That was back in the day,
But
though.
hold on. But see, you got to look how old they are. Their parents or grandparents or uncle, aunt, cousin, neighbor, somebody is taking the time to do this with them. He wouldn't be
Yeah.
able to direct and guide his little brother if he wasn't directed and guided. It's on us.
That's
Yeah.
what
I don't
I'm
care what
saying.
nobody
His
say.
father did
It
that.
is
Yeah, his
on us.
father doing that with them.
That's why
Yeah,
I
their
was saying
father, their
back
father and they doing
then
that with them.
But
than it is
keyword
now
father.
because these kids are off
Yeah.
the chain back then. Back then
Yeah,
we
but
came.
keyword Reese, father.
It wasn't. I didn't have my father wasn't around. My grandfather was around, and I had my. But I
But
was a
but that was your daddy though.
That was
That
your
was your
father.
Exactly. You
daddy.
still got father at the
Any
end of
male
that
figure,
name.
any male figure, uncle, aunt, neighbor, OG in the street, they used to take the boys out there and box with the boys. I remember
Yep.
seeing this growing up,
Yeah.
and they would tell, and
We
they
used to
would,
be right on
you know,
Fifth and Kennedy, or
But,
right on Fifth and Kennedy with the big ass gloves. Niggas from the neighborhood just going at it.
but I mean, if you had a rough auntie like my auntie, and you know she could teach you how to box with the boys too, because she was
but
fucking
see,
them
but
up.
it was still somebody there to show you.
That's what I'm saying.
I
That's why I
know that's
felt
what you're
safe back
saying.
then.
Yeah,
But now,
but the thing is, we
ain't
got to do
nobody
it
here to show
now.
these kids. Wait, you see, how many kids is you showing? You showing your 5. Jay, how
No,
many kids you showing? You
I
showing
show
your
my
5.
5 at any child that come around because any child that comes around me is my child. So any child that comes around
That's what
me,
I'm getting
I
at.
teach
You ain't let
and
me
I
finish.
show. I'm sorry, go ahead.
That's what I was getting at. You show your 5, and then it spans out because I'm pretty sure your children show the other children what you taught them. That's each one teach one. Then all
After they show off.
everybody that my son is friend with call me Ma too. Everybody that come around call me Ma too. I'm either Ma, I'm either auntie, or that nasty lady in the club. But I'm still showing love. Everybody can learn from somebody. Even a bum in the street can teach you something if you listen.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
Kids,
Another thing is you kids,
they got no love.
but they also need clubs. They need work. They need work. If I was 15, 14, I had a job, I would have been out the streets. But instead, I couldn't get work until I was really 16. Thank God for Mayor Berry and the summer youth work. That was my first job.
Yeah.
Prior to
still
that, my
goes
first
on.
job was prior to that I was hustling because
Hey,
I
let me
didn't
tell you.
have no other resources. And I tried. And back then, everybody had an X on McDonald's. Like hell no. So fast food was not even.
Change your
Let
birth
me ask
certificate.
let me ask
Fast food was
y'all
not
this.
on the list.
Let me ask y'all this.
Uh-huh.
Let me ask y'all this, man. Nowadays, right? How many 11 and 12-year-olds you see walking around in the summertime with lawnmowers knocking on people's doors asking them do they need their grass cut?
No,
In the city, not many because there ain't no grass.
Grown ass
Exactly.
men
No, it's
doing that.
plenty of grass. There's plenty of grass. But how many youngins do you see actually take initiative to do that?
I'm talking about in
Nowadays.
the
And if I
city,
see one, he was
and
an
it's not a
adult.
lot.
Yeah, it's
If
not
I
a it's
see
not a
one, he
lot
was
at
an
all.
adult.
You know why? You know why? Huh? you know what took the place? You know what took the place of them doing that?
Migo.
Them fucking games. No, video games. That took the place of them doing that.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm
That's
saying?
true.
Like real life.
Mind.
I used to do it. My grandfather used to let me take his lawnmower. I walk around Palm Park and knock on people's doors. I was like 10 or 11 years old doing that shit. You understand what I'm saying? Like
Facts. I used to
two
do
men,
that
you
with
know what
my
I'm saying?
brothers.
Get
I
them
used to do that
youngins
with my
out
two
there.
brothers. I do that with
Yeah,
my two
like my
brothers. We used to
sons.
go knocking doors.
Like my sons right now, man. Look, like my sons, man. I got 14-year-old, I got 19-year-old. Look, my
Me too.
youngest will actually go out here and take initiative and do shit. I teach them that. You understand what I'm saying? You ain't gonna get shit out here in life for free. You gotta go out there and get that
Nah.
shit. You understand me? But try to get it in the most positive way as possible. Don't
And
get
the
out there
closed
unless you
mouth
have
is
to be out there.
unpaid.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, let's say acknowledge Miss Rita. Miss Rita, I see you just popping there. Hey, honey, how you?
Every day I wake up is a good day. Y'all know I always got to be the grandma in the room.
Right.
Y'all
Shout
talk
out.
about
Shout
that
out.
back in the day shit. That was me right there. I'm here to tell you. But my boys are 24 and 27. And when they got to middle school, my house was the hangout. Reason? Because I know I did it. Okay. they were gonna smoke, but at least I knew where they were. I knew they were safe. And then I got to smoke for free. No, either way, that was
You
the
knew what
house.
the fuck they was smoking.
But
And you knew
nah,
what they was
you right.
smoking.
But either way, when they went to when they wanted to go out and play or whatever, go to the playground, if yard work or something like that needed to be done, they knew they had to get that done first. So them and all their little friends would get outside,
And help
my
them out.
neighbors would call me, yeah, because they can't go to their finish, so y'all need to help them get it done. And then the neighbors looked out the windows like, ooh, who is that? So I moved back to my dad's house. So all of the parents to the kids I went to school with, I gave my boys their name, number, or whatever. And I went around with them and knocked on the door. These are my boys. This is their crew. Y'all need this done. Here we go. And they cut grass, rake leaves, shovel snow, all the way up to maybe 2 years ago. Because I had some of those same neighbors calling me, your boy still working?
See that? That's what's up. That's what's up. But and also you taught them how to get money without having to sit there and hustle. The first time I got money for myself, like getting money, they give me a working 50.
Oh man.
Oh, well, no.
Yeah, I was 12 years old. I was 12 years old. So that being said, like kids already from that young age want independence. So we need to start making situations the way they can start seeing they can make money at an early age. I don't know, and I understand child labor laws, but there are certain jobs kids can do that not going to overwork them, but get them a sense of responsibility and show them how. You're right, like how we was talking about getting the kids doing the joyride thing. Do some at RFK, like Joyride Day. Have some cars up there, some pro drivers. You get people with some sponsors and all that shit. Because some of these kids, they just want to drive the car they never drove. You know what I mean? Or some of them, they riding with their friends and dying in the car with somebody who can't drive. You know what I'm saying? And here's an opportunity. Idea. Yeah, and the same thing. I think she should do the same thing with those youngers that ride the bikes. Find a day, a park, and it's y'all motherfucking day. We're going to have sponsors. We're going to have all this. And that's how you kind of get in tune with some of these groups. So they know, oh, shit, we got the mayor involved fucking with us. We're no longer the enemy. We got a voice.
You know what would help
but look what she's doing. She ain't doing the summer youth program like Barry did, and a lot of those.
No, that shit still goes on. It still goes on.
Well, what's the problem there? How come the people ain't getting into it?
Because the parents aren't pushing the children to do it.
It starts from home. And some of these parents don't even know that program still exists.
Exactly.
You know what?
I get emails. I'm sorry, Miss Rita. Go ahead.
What would be a good part of that program? Have a seminar or something before, and have people like us get up there and talk and tell these kids what we went through, the hardships, all the stuff that was going on. Tell them that this is where we were, and this is where we're trying to get you guys to go. You understand? Right. Show them that even though you're doing whatever you're doing, we did stuff too. Because a lot of times, as parents or older people, when we talk to these kids, we try to make it sound like we never did nothing.
Exactly.
You understand?
And
my kids know everything. You know what I'm saying? So once we put them in, whenever you break somebody down, you have to build them back up. So whenever I have a conversation with first I had to teach myself how to make them act like me. Because when I would say shit to them and they say something back, and I'd be like, okay, these are your kids. And if somebody had said something like that to you, you probably would have responded the same way. And it does say in the Bible, don't provoke your children. So either way, whenever I chastise one of them for whatever it is that they do, I give an example about how I did something similar. So they'll understand that even though I'm telling them not to do whatever it was they did, I myself also did something similar. And I just want to keep them from going through what I went through.
Yeah, that's the whole objective.
And most of the time,
and that's the part about being a parent.
They talk down on kids. So maybe even if you can't get the parents involved, but we can go to some of these different places and just
Miss Rita.
Oh, she cut
I'm sorry, my phone rang.
She back.
And then
My
after
phone
that,
rang.
Weezy, if you could read the comment, what was you saying, Miss Reedy? Get some of these
I'd
parents
be
to do
glad to
what?
be a part of anything like that, to share my story and
Okay.
try to help get some of these little kids on the right track, show them that there is a better way. And what I can relate so much to. My dad was in the service and we lived in Japan. So I grew up around white people. I wasn't introduced to our people till we moved back here. And we moved back here. We moved of all places, Stanton Road.
Welcome back.
My
Welcome
best
back.
friend, I spent a lot of time out Stanton Road. I spent a lot of
Welcome
time out there.
back.
1970. So I was
Yes,
that
Lord.
kid because I came from a military background. We would come in, sit at our desk, pencil, paper ready, everything ready to work, get this done. Teacher asks a question, you raise your hand, stand up, give your answer. Man, we moved back here. I went to class. First of all, everybody sit in the back, right? They were running around the class throwing.
Wait a minute, what school was this, Miss Rita?
Stanton Road Elementary School.
Road. Right up the street.
We didn't live there but a hot minute. And then we moved to, back then, Bellhaven off of Sheriff Road. A lot of the Redskin players and all them people lived there.
Oh.
And then when they first built Bellhaven, yeah. But either way,
not no more.
we finally moved.
Shit.
We finally moved to Addison Road.
When I was in high school, niggas was repping Bellhaven.
Miss Rita, let Miss Rita finish her thought.
No, I'm done. We finally moved to Addison Road where I am now. But yeah, you were chastised for knowing the right answer. You were beat up for going to school. And my mom was, ain't no other way to put it, was bougie. Where everybody else had 4 and 5 sisters and brothers, I was my mom's only child and my grandma's only child. So they bought a lot of shit for me. And so my mother sent me to school looking like, back in the day, you represent. So I went to school looking like I was going to church compared to some of the other kids. And so I got beat up and chastised for that. You know, my mom was a hairdresser, so I'm going to school with my hair pressed out, halfway down my back. Like I said, I got on patent leather shoes with the ruffled socks. When I tell you, wait a minute, let me back up. When we first moved here, I used to talk like this, and I was really quiet. But that bitch got her ass whooped every day, so I had to transform.
How the hell y'all bitches doing?
I had to transform to my
but no, she right. She right. I got a similar background, but a little different. I don't spend time overseas and all that shit. And I came back to the States. I was about 8 years old. We was in New York. And man, that was something different right there, the fights. And then moved to Baltimore for a quick second. And like a year and a half. And what she's saying is sort of true. I wasn't no smart ass nigga, nothing, but like I was kind of quiet, but I was out there. I'll go play. But I just didn't get my wording right, and you know, because I've been traveling and shit, I've been overseas and all that shit.
And you probably had an accent, didn't you?
Yeah. And so niggas wanted to try me, and what they didn't realize was I was trained by the best. You know what I mean? I watched a lot of Rambo, a lot of Missing in Action. You know what I'm saying? And really understand this type of individual. You know what I mean? So, hey, brother, we see shit. You know, if you was raised on those movies, niggas, you had a different frame of mind. You know what I mean? When it's time to go in, you go all the way in. And what? Them kids tried to jump me one time, and it was at the end of the school year because I fought 4 of them. They used to call themselves the 4 Horsemen. And my best friend, Willie Mays Jr., look like the ball player, and then Willie Mays Jr. in Baltimore, live right on Halsted Road. He told me they trying to jump you. Even Willie, I ended up fighting Willie. I'm proud of that. He said they trying to jump me. And I'm like, what's jumping? He said, you know, like how they do on wrestling, all 4 of them. I said, cool, I got this. Man, it's like the second day before school over, these niggas want to get me. So I'm walking up the hill going home. They chasing me. Come here, nigga. Come here, nigga. Come here. So I turned around and I paused and I just stopped and waited on them. And it didn't dawn on them. This nigga is waiting on us. You know what I mean? It's 4 of us chasing this nigga and he's waiting on us with a duffel bag. Man, them niggas got about 10 feet away from me. I put that meat cleaver out, boy. It was like roaches with the lights. Everybody, bro, they was not ready for that nigga. I was.
I
What?
got a
Huh?
story something similar. I swear to
But look
God.
though, check this out. Check this out. Them niggas when they snitched on me to the principal.
Well, they
Yeah,
should have
yeah.
bringing meat cleavers
They
to a
snitched,
fist
but no.
fight.
But Reese, check this out. The principal, the next look that came that Monday when I went in. The principal told me sit in his office. That nigga said nothing. White man. He never said nothing to me the whole day. At the end of the day, he said go in. I didn't get in trouble because he had a file with me fighting all four of these niggas. He knew what was up. You know what I'm saying?
Now my auntie grew up in Landover and Palmer Park, and a similar story happened to her.
I can believe
There
that.
was 6 kids that surrounded her, but she watched enough TV and she karate chopped and kicked all of their asses. How you gonna beat 6 people up? And then she ran to the house in safety, and she got them each one by one. And this is Palmer Park. And then the girl, the bullies became her best friend, and she was one of the notorious ass whooping people from elementary school to high school. And it was so bad. This is the truth, Booba, that when I got in high school, they asked me, "Was Felicia your aunt? Is your aunt Felicia your aunt Flo?" And I was like, "Yeah." They was like, "Oh, we ain't gonna fight you." I said, "No, but I'm gonna still fight y'all when we get off this bus," because they started some roughhousing. Kind of her and my uncle's reputation.
Yeah, you like you kick the ass too, Reese. You like you whip ass.
Hey,
but that's because of their reputation. It followed them at Parkdale Senior High. They knew my uncle, the gym teacher.
Did you know Peaches?
Do whatever.
Read it.
I know you from back in the day.
She said, "Did you know Peaches?"
I know you from back in the day from Palmer Park. Yeah,
I know a lot of Peaches. They on Allendale, Burnside, Bender Road.
I can't remember the
Ray.
When I got clean,
Del
I
Haven,
decided
all
not
up
to
in there
remember
too.
the streets. But she lived on that first street as soon as you pulled up in Palmer Park to the left, about midway up the street. But either way, I had
Miss Rita cut out again. Is that me? Or Miss
No,
Rita?
that's her.
That's her.
Nobody ever want to call me till I.
Damn it, man.
Yeah, they calling her on her phone. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Can you wait a minute? I'm gonna say this real quick. Can y'all imagine, Bubba Cow? My story was something like yours. Only difference was my little ass didn't know how to fight. I knew they were gonna jump me, so I'm gonna take my mother's carving knife, turkey carving knife. But wait a minute, let's take it all the way there. It was electric. I don't know what the fuck I thought I was gonna plug it up to. But I'm swinging that motherfucker, the cord swinging, the knife swinging.
An electric carving knife. Bless your heart. You was gonna carve up some kids.
I was like, run before she plugs up.
She didn't get to a socket. She would have
Nigga, run before she plugs up.
I don't know where I thought I was gonna plug that motherfucker up at, but I was out there getting it.
But that's how it works, though. These kids don't understand. They loved, she all in there be with the bully. They scared of the bully. So that's how they all got together. Like gangs and all that. It's always people come together from fear. You know what I mean? I want to be protected. I don't want nobody else messing with me, so I'm gonna roll with the gang. And that's how it was.
You did the wrong thing. I did the opposite. I was a bully beater. I wanted to fight the bullies. And
oh yeah, I feel you. I will too.
That's because I was smart as hell up here, and because of my backup growing up with the beater and the bullies, I grew up with them, and they make sure you knew how to use your hands. Don't run. My mother made me get beat up at 5 years old. I'm fighting the damn second grader because she told me either you whoop her ass or I'ma whoop your ass.
I got that same line from my father. My same friend Willie Mays, one I was telling you about. That nigga came, he followed me to the house, we talking, and then like whole time he wanted to fight me. And I'm like, I don't know, man. Willie, shut up, leave me alone. You know, cause I want used to that shit, like your friends trying to fight you. Cause nigga, you the only one I told that I said was my friend. I get home, my dad say, what's wrong? I said, that's Willie out there. He wanna fight me. I don't wanna fight him. He just keep talking. My father pulled out his belt like Pootie Tang father. And just like pull that motherfucker out. He was like, if you don't fight him, I'm gonna whip your ass. And I know my father ass whipping.
What grade was you in?
I was about 9.
See, I was just starting school.
Yeah, I was 9. I was 9. But long story short is Willie Mays Jr. got a footprint on his chest from me due to my father's threat. My father, because that belt, I know my father go back then. He was a freehander with the belt. You know what I mean? Like you freestyle, like niggas don't whip conventionally. You know what I mean? He'll do some off the wall shit, you know, jump off the wall and snap you pow with the belt.
Your fight was even out. Your fight was even out. Your fight was even out because that was your friend in your same grade. I'm in kindergarten beating the damn second grade up, then say back twice.
But I'm so Reese, you was not shaped like a kindergartner. You was not small as a kindergarten. I'm damn sure your mama looked at that right there. Let's keep it real, Reese. Let's keep it real.
Let's ask Aunt Ann, because she was there that day I had to fight. Aunt Ann, was I shaped like a kindergarten?
Ann in the comments. She in the comments.
She's like, yes, Reese was the size of the bully.
Yeah, she let me see. Okay, so go back.
I had to go plug up her knife.
Philip Page was on here, y'all. He said, live your life and teach your kids. We are not born to live with the spirit of fear. Felicia said, that's right, Philip, I hear you. Molly said that little boy didn't shoot his brother. He also said we had games and still worked. We sure did. Kenneth said no, the pandemic and gentrification stopped the grass cutting of young men. Homeowners Association also put an end to grass cutting. The homeowner association put an end to the grass cutting. Tammy said, "Hey, cuz." Tammy said, "Hey, cuz, love you." Kenneth said, Kenneth said, the old Landover Mall shopping center. I had proposed for the bike track racing.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's cool.
They should though, but because these youngers want something to do. They want to have. Look, man, it's crazy. See them white boys? They got places they can go ride their dirt bikes. These kids in the city, where the fuck they gonna go? They go to a park. You say it's a national park. You can't be riding up in here.
Yeah.
What is supposed to do?
Let her finish reading, Booba.
Felicia said, well, any adult that comes in contact with a child has a responsibility to that child to set a good example and do the right thing by that child. There's too many adults doing the wrong things. And she said, hell no, I don't know about the hell. What you say hell no about? But you know, I haven't fought in a long time. I'm grown. I ain't got time for that mess. But the one time I do remember this girl, I was in 3rd grade, and this girl was big. Like, I think she stayed back a couple times. And her first day of school, and I was like, hi, just trying to say hi if she came in late. So I'm just trying to be nice and say hi. And she wanted to fight me. And I'm like, what did I do? So
you said hi.
Who said
I was
hi?
trying.
Exactly.
Where you from? Here. I don't know where she's from.
But you know what? That was the DC mentality. When I moved to DC,
I was from
you
here.
could not speak to nobody.
Here.
Yeah, but that was just.
I was from
why
it.
would a big girl want to fight a kindergartner, and I ain't even in your class? I don't even see you doing school.
But Reese, come on, man. She was like, you man my size though.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. That's right what it was. And look, my cousin. So
the size of a 4th grader, because she stayed back.
No, shoot, no. My son was in 3rd grade. Now I was DC raised, I was born in Silver Spring, but we lived in DC. I moved out Maryland when I got a certain age, stayed out there for a while, graduated high school, got married and everything in Maryland, had our kids, 3 of our kids in Maryland. We moved back to DC. When my son went to school, he was in 3rd grade. My son was very tall. He was very tall. He was 8 years old, very tall. When he got to class, he said, Mom, why I'm in class with kindergartners? Because they were short. That's, so that might have been your case. And then they tried to jump my son. They jumped my son because he was tall.
Yeah, he looked like the giant. We gotta humble this nigga.
Right, but they jumped him. And my son, the one thing about myself and my kids, it take a lot for us to get there. But when we get there, just run for your life. Because at that point, I don't see nothing but blood. Okay, my kids are like that too. My children are very much like that. So they jumped him, and the teacher said, by the time the fight was over, them kids was in the wall and on the table.
Damn.
It was like 3 or 4 of them. And I laughed. I try not to laugh, but I said, well, let me tell you something. Tell them children leave my son alone, because he doesn't bother anybody. And if I got to come up here, y'all gonna have a problem.
Well, I had a motto. I was giving away souvenirs. And people ask what was souvenir. I said, you know, when you go somewhere to visit, you buy some shit to remind you that you went there. Once I got my ass whooped for having that double-edged blade, I learned very early that I had very thick fingernails. And so I kept my nails. It's a girl walking around right now. We got into a fight on the bus in 1978. Yeah, I'm telling you.
Damn, I was one.
I scratched her face up so she looked like Seal right now.
Damn.
Yeah. And so once I fought her and I bit her a couple of times. So like I said, I leave souvenirs. Cause see, they can't charge me for something that is naturally attached to my body. And I would bite and scratch the shit out of people till AIDS came out. And I'm like, ooh, I gotta reassess that evaluation. But
I never did. I never
Her nickname was Badger. We were the Badger.
Wait a minute, look. My motto was, I might not win the war, but I ain't gonna look like I was in that battle alone.
I say that too. I say, look, you might beat my ass, but I promise you, we both gonna be bleeding.
You should.
I was never saying you gonna beat my ass.
Black eyes and busted lips heal. Scratch marks and teeth marks, they last forever.
Damn.
No, I say that because I used to fight boys, and it wasn't me starting to fight. The boys would start. Any fight. Any fight that I have ever been in. Hold on, Reese. Any fight that I have ever been in has always been started by somebody else. I never start fights because I'm a chill person. I'm a peaceful person. But
that's true.
Don't start a fight with me, and I'm going to give you the opportunity to go the other way. I'm like, look, I ain't trying to fight. I'm trying to chill. Now, after I give you that warning, what happens after that is your fault. I done broke bones before. I go face to fist. Like, I don't play them games. Because I was raised with my cousins and my uncles, all boys, they used to beat my ass for nothing. Just because I was the oldest girl and they ain't had nobody beat up. They used to whoop my ass. So do you think I'm going to be out here not trying to whoop ass? No, if you touch me, if you put your hands on me, I have every right and obligation to fuck you up. Excuse me.
And that's why I tell my kids, I said, don't put your hands on anybody, because you put your hands on anybody, expect them to hit you back. So don't be out here starting shit. But if somebody put their hands on you, you have every right. And then if you're in school, they put their hands on you, you put your hands back on them, and then you tell the teacher.
Well, hold on. With school, with school is
we're gonna sneak after that shit.
With school is different though, because my kids are always the bigger kids because we're just tall. So I tell them. I always tell no. I say that because my kids get in trouble and they don't do stuff. Now I'm not gonna say they're innocent because they do sometimes, but they don't start fights. So if somebody messes with you, tell first to get them to know you told first. After that, beat that ass. Okay.
You tell me this was my grandfather and my grandmother's favorite thing to say, just to know, because he had to come up with the same thing. If somebody put their hands on you, you don't start it first. But if somebody put their hands on you, you crucify their ass. And I was like, what does crucify mean, Granny? I'm a child. And
you take them down.
You step on their feet and poke them in the eye. And I was like, we fight like the Three Stooges.
Oh, no, we don't poke the eye.
We gonna gouge eyes
and show me what to do with these.
You understand? Reese came up during the 18 time. Reese came up during the gang time.
Quick story. I want to tell y'all a real quick story about my son. This actually happened recently. This happened the beginning of last year. My son's 9. He was getting bullied at school. And the last day of school, about 2 years ago, the kid, when the kid wanted to play with him, he told him no. The kid tackled him and started punching him. Now they said my son fought back, but it was the last day of the school, so I met with the principal and all the people like that, and they was like, well, we'll make sure we won't put him in the same class next year, this, that, and the other. And I was like, oh, nah, it ain't that simple, yo. So the whole summer, we did boxing the whole summer, son, whole summer. First day of school, I walk him up to the school. I said, I'm not even leaving the school. I want you to walk in there and punch that kid right in his face. And when they come for you, tell them my daddy outside. And sure enough, about 10 minutes later, they came right outside looking for me. And I went right in there and told them I told y'all last year, this kid is not going to bully my kid, and I'm not going to let it happen. So now it's been a year. It's been a year and so later, no incident. That kid is now his best friend.
I bet
Now
he is.
now they play together and they good. It's not a damn problem.
You got to fight your best friend.
No, but they friends. I think no, but that's how it was back then. I didn't understand it because I wasn't raised like that. But a lot of dudes did that. A lot of dudes I became friends with, they tested me, and I was like, why, nigga? Like we boys, we supposed to whip other people's ass, not you fucking with me. And I'm the type. I'm like nigga, we together. What the fuck is you talking about? But when we get there, we gonna go there. But then after that, my nigga, we done. See, now they want to be my man after I don't kick your ass, but now I don't want to fuck with you because I can't trust you. You see what I'm saying? And that's how a lot of them were raised that way.
You're talking about fourth graders, though. We're talking about fourth graders right now. It wasn't like, you know.
I don't care what
I was in the fourth grade when that shit happened in Baltimore. I was in the fourth grade when it happened in Baltimore, when I put the knee Cleveland.
Let me tell you
we
what
gotta
happened.
go hand to hand. You can't be my friend no more. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, because that's the thing about it. Some of them think they need you to they get with you because simple fact they whatever's what's going on in their life, they know they need somebody to ride with them. Maybe they be getting bullied and they want somebody that can fight with them or somebody that they want to test you on some gang shit or something. I don't know in their mentality.
But see, here's the
true
thing.
Story. I'm in the 6th grade. I'm at District Heights Elementary School. Not District Heights, that was Berkshire when I moved to Berkshire. This is my last year in elementary school. I'm quiet. I'm a tag student. I was a nerd. When I moved to another school, they didn't want me to ride with them. They was already getting on me because the teacher, quote unquote, said, Althea won this contest. Althea won the Maryland Functional. She's smart. Yes. And they did not like me from the jump because I talked differently. Because I watch too much damn TV. But anyway, I used to sit by myself at lunch and they would come and sit beside me at the long table. This girl named Sakithia Drake. She was the bully out of the whole class. Kiki. Because she was the tallest. She would take at lunchtime, they gave you pizza. You know, square pizzas. She would take and lick her hand and touch your pizza and say, bam, I want that, and touch your food. One day, that bitch did that to my pizza. I was hungry because we didn't get snacks at home. I was fucking hungry. All I know, that bitch took and did that and ate my pizza and took my pizza. And when I got into class, I slung her ass over the floor. You know how they have 4 desks together, 2 in the front, 2 that faced each other. Them 4 desks, I threw her ass over there like she was a rag doll and sailed on her and beat her ass. I whooped her ass because I was hungry. I was hungry. They didn't fuck with a big girl.
For some food, you'll do some desperate things.
But let me tell you something.
And we became friends every day. What she wasn't doing no protection from me or nothing like that. But we became because I stood up and handled my own. Then the other kids in class,
it's always like that. They always want to be your friend afterwards.
Well, I'm gonna tell you,
they always want to be your friend afterwards. My daughters, both of them, like their mother from Canada, and the way I raised my kids, even when the majority of early school years was in DC, but where they went was in charter school where my wife was teaching. So everybody knew my kids great students, and way my wife speaks is how they speak. So when there's some issue, they be like, pardon, and they use that a lot, you know what I mean? And they got teased a lot for it. But what I didn't know, the fights they was getting in, because it never got back to me. I find out way later that Milana got in a fight with somebody. Obviously, she had no issues because she had no scratches on her, nothing. You know what I mean? But I say this much, like those little kids, since both of my babies were babies, I work with them with the mitts. I used to box myself, so I work with the mitts. I refuse for my daughters to be, vulnerable for anybody. So I made sure they stood up for themselves. And like I said, I always told them this. You go to school, somebody put their hands on you, you hit them back. But then you tell the teacher, because we got to stop the beef. But, you know what I mean? Or at least say no. But they would know you willing to hit their ass back. You dig what I'm saying? So that was my motto. Hit them back and tell the teacher. Because after that, then it's up.
My dad put me out when I was 16. And when I think back on it, I don't know if that was a godsend or I know it was. But either way, the family that adopted me, I did not know that the oldest son was the Nino Brown of Seat Pleasant. And that's how I got into to the mix. And so between him and his 5 friends, they all became my brothers. And y'all know back in the early 70s, late 70s, early 80s, I was commodity. Reason, the police didn't fuck with the girls. So I had all the money and all the drugs on me.
Yeah.
When the police would come, they would lay the boys down until the girls would walk away. But then at the same time, my brother was connected with Sugar Ray Jim. When it was Sugar Ray Jim, he used to spar with Ray. His picture was up on the wall, all that. So he taught me how to fight. But then by him being who he was and his friends, a lot I didn't know at the time, he would take me once he learned I like to drive. I was the driver for a lot of stuff. But either way, I didn't know he was
can't lock you up
grooming me.
today for it.
I didn't know he was grooming me. He's taking me around the Eastgate, Paradise, Hanover. And I'm driving, but I'm also with him. So everybody's seeing me with him. So he's introducing me to the world as, yeah, this is my little sister, even though I'm not in it yet. So when I got old enough to get in it, everybody knew me as his little sister. Okay. He taught me how to fight. Then I had cousins from Detroit. When I would go visit them in the summer, and I would tell them about the kids back here. They taught me how to fight. I'm too old to fight now, but y'all know I got I got banned on Facebook because I made a comment. Somebody wrote something similar, and I commented, I'm too old to fight now. I'm gonna kick your kneecap back. Can't nobody walk like a flamingo. And Facebook banned me, said that was a violent act. I'm like, are you kidding me? But yeah, that fighting back thing, I had to learn that because my dad, like I said, my mom was bougie. She grew up back in the 20s, 30s. Her mom was a midwife for a white doctor in the town where they lived. And because they lived with the doctor, he basically put my mom through college. My mom got 2 degrees. And, that was something very rare for a black woman back in the 40s and the 50s. You hear me? And so she grew up with that debutante thing because they grew up with them white people. And my mother was bougie. Ain't no other way to look at it. When they went out, she looked like Lena Horne. Daddy was dressed up. He looked like Cab Calloway. Yeah. They were those people. And then, let me back up. My daddy sold drugs, but it was undercover till I found out when I got like 17. I was
about to say like Cab Calloway. Hold up now.
Oh yeah, my dad was cleaning. Listen, when my father passed away, I found 6 pair of Stacy Adams that have never been worn. And the only reason I couldn't get rid of them because I didn't know nobody wore size 8 shoes. My daddy stayed in suits when he wasn't working. When I tell you he was,
everybody was shocked.
Right. And so with that being said, that's why I said when I went to school, my mom and dad, they sent me to school look like I was going to church compared to some of the other little kids. And that's only because they were older when they had me. It was only me. My grandmother, I'm her only grandchild, so she's buying for me. Whereas everybody I went to school with had at least 3 or 4 sisters and brothers. Their mom and dad was just getting started, just, making it. My dad had retired from the military after 22 years, so they were established. And he's selling drugs on the side. And I'm going to tell you how he did it. Back then, they didn't check the servicemen. You know them little trunks, them little travel trunks that they had?
Right.
I went down in the basement one day, and I couldn't figure out that's why you don't leave kids home by themselves. I'm all over the house. And that's when I found Daddy's weed. He had 12 bundles that looked like those Foot Lockers from the Army. It had that thick styrofoam around it, like stereo come in, and that plastic like they use for construction. Y'all know I had a sandwich bag of weed from the 7th grade all the way through high school. So after that, then too many people want to fight me because we were smoking.
So you tried to make people your friend.
No.
Friends.
Okay, wait a minute. I'm gonna back up. When I started smoking, I didn't know how to roll. So if you could roll a joint, we could be together all damn day. Once I learned how to roll, you off the list. And the only reason I had to tell people, the only reason I got everybody else high, we couldn't go to school and I'd be the only one in there giggling and laughing and shit. So if I got if you got 30 goddamn kids, all of them in there on the same shit, I don't stand out. That's number one.
Oh,
So
what
it was a
school? What
Memphis
elementary school was
I don't
this?
want to fit in. I want y'all to fit with me.
Okay, so I
Fuck
went
fitting
to
in.
Roger
Fit with
B.
me.
I went to Roger B. Tawney. That at that time it's called Thurgood Marshall now out in Camp
Oh, okay.
Springs. And then
Get out of here. I live around the corner from Roger B. Tawney. My brothers went there.
Okay,
They
wait a minute.
probably
When
got
we
hot
went,
too.
now you want to do some
They
history?
probably no readers.
We were the first black class to attend Roger B. Tawney. We used to ride through there. White people was out in their yard with signs saying "niggas go home," throwing bricks and rocks and shit at the bus. The National Guard was at our
How
school
old are you,
the
Reese?
very first year.
I'm not
Every day.
Reese.
She's 60. She in her 60s.
We fought. I'll be 62 next week. Right. So I said
Wow.
I'm the grandma in the room. But yeah, we done been. I done been.
You might
through
know
some
my
shit.
brother. My brother's 60.
What's
Went
your brother
to Tawney.
name?
David Wesley Glover.
You know what?
You got a brother
And he
named
smoked
Chris.
a lot. And he
Wait,
You got a
smoked a
brother
lot.
named Chris Glover.
Tell your brother. Okay, so I'm gonna give y'all some more history. They had the pom pom and the cheerleader, where they had one black on each. But you know, them little girls grew up with the white people. So we wanted to get on. They wouldn't let us on. So we created the very first drill team. The very first drill team that Roger B. Tawney had. I was on the committee. We started that. Okay. And the school got mad because we're gonna be defiant. And we didn't use the school colors. Our colors started red, black, and green. But you know, the movement and all that back then, they protested. So we took the green off and we just kept the red and the black. So all y'all people that see me all the time, I'll be in red and black. That's why. And yes, I went to
That's what the
high
screen
school.
look like right now, red and black.
That's what I'm telling
Like
you. So check
red
it. So,
October. I'm expecting Sean Connery just hop out the screen right now.
okay, so wait a minute. So as far as high schools went, I went to okay, let me get it together. I went to Bladensburg first, then I went to HD Wilson, then I went to Suitland, and then finally, well, when I went to HD, it was good till I found out DC had 2 extra credits Maryland didn't have. DC government and some other shit. No, fuck y'all. That's 2 more classes. So I came back to Maryland, but I went to so many schools for fighting, and at that time, Largo High School was the school that they sent your ass when you got put out of every goddamn where else. And that's where they ended up putting me. And they did that because the jail was right down the street.
Not Largo.
No, not
Largo
Largo.
High School.
Largo was a bougie too. But when I came along,
when I grew
You don't
up,
know.
Largo
Listen to
where
what
all the
I'm
bad
telling
bras
you.
was at.
Back in the day, the
Mm-hmm.
bougie people from Kettering went to Largo. But anybody that wasn't in that area went there because they got put out of all the other schools. Okay. And then Largo was right down the street from the jail.
I thought Duval was bad. We
Back
had
in the
Park
day,
Dealers
They
Duval.
were just starting to build
Fordsville.
PG College. So it was only one bus at that time. I'm gonna make y'all think I'm real old. Central Avenue was 1 lane going up and 1 lane coming down.
I remember that.
From East
I remember
Capitol
that.
all the way past Six Flags.
Cause we used to come out
Okay,
the
look.
Wild World. We used to come out Wild World, and I used to be like, "This is all the country ass ride. We're gonna take
But
the
this
Wild
was
World."
before even Wild World was built. That's what I'm telling you. That's how long I've been living where I am. And at that time, it wasn't but one bus that went out to Largo, and it only ran in the morning and in the evening for a rush hour. In the middle of the day, your ass was short, unless you knew somebody had a car. And
That's
again, it
wild.
was down the street from the police station, so they ain't have far to take your ass.
Yeah, you go straight up the street, you down
What was
up
dirt?
Marlboro.
Huh?
Dirt road? Is she talking about the roads or dirt?
No, the roads wasn't dirt, but it wasn't no 4-lane highway like it is now. Because Addison
was
Road
1
Subway
lane.
was the woods when I moved
That's
here.
probably back then before Six Flags was a tobacco farm.
Right. They hadn't even built a Wild World yet.
Yeah.
We moved here in 1970.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, my aunt and them was living in Palmer Park already. Then they lived, that's right down the street from Bellhaven, Sea Plaza, and all of that. I used to live
why
off
I said
of Greg
I know
Street
your
in Sea
people.
Plaza.
Reese, when you talk to your people, ask them, do they know a nigga named Rob Dillard?
Ask Felicia. Felicia in the chat, Rob Dillard.
From Sea Plaza. Rob Dillard, right? They used to call him Sing. Him and Swamp Dog. Those are my brothers.
Swamp Dog.
Swamp
Felicia.
Dog. You know, that's back in the day when you had names like that. Swamp Dog. You know what I'm saying? Rollo. You know what I mean? What happened to niggas
Rollo
like
was a good 70s name. Rollo was
Rollo, hey.
Rollo was bad. If your name was Rollo,
you had to
she
hook
said
up.
Central Avenue was dirt when it was up something. I can't read what she's saying. She said,
I need
okay.
to turn the picture around so I could get my brother on here so she can tell
Central
me what
Avenue
she's
was
living on.
dirt when it was one road up and one road. She said when it was one road up and one road down, that was
one lane up and one lane down. Yep.
She said Central Avenue was dirt road back then.
If you had to go to the Capitol Center, your ass better left an hour or two early because your ass was on the road. Okay, so ask her,
The
can
Cap
she see?
Center.
I'm trying to
She's
see if you
in the group. She can see.
Wait a minute,
I mean,
can you
she's
see
on
my
the
brother?
panel.
Rob Dillard.
I saw Janet Jackson Rhythm Nation at the Cap Center. I remember that like it was yesterday.
Rob, and that's
I
Swamp
saw
Dog.
That
my
wasn't Rhythm
first-
Nation. It was the other one.
that's
It was the
Swamp Dog.
Control. Control.
Oh,
She
Control.
said she don't know
Control
that.
Mm-hmm.
I saw.
And I got the camera covered up because if you don't know what I look
who I
like,
see
you
up
won't
back
know
there?
what I look like. How about that one?
That's right. We got a witness protection.
No, I was on stage one time and I heard this girl say, I know her. And it didn't sound like a good I know her. So I'm like, good night. I finished that set in the middle of the joke. Fuck what you heard, bitch. I'm out.
See,
Damn.
and that's the whole conversation
Miss
of
Rita
today's
got
show
ops.
was wellness
Hell
when
yeah.
we're talking
She been on the
about
run for that
back
double night.
then and back now,
Electric light.
DC being under siege. You know, what is really a city? What does the definition of city under siege mean? And I looked it up, and it don't look like DC, and it don't sound like the DMV. You know, when they say under siege, you know, you think of the police. It's more like militia and more like martial law. So DC really isn't under siege. DC is under construction because they need to get the shit together and help these children and help the residents and stuff instead of preparing it for gentrification. Building, when you walk through, drive through DC, it looks like parts of New York. Huge buildings, huge glass buildings, a penthouse and all that stuff. It don't look like DC no more. What y'all trying to do? And then you get mad because what? The city's under siege because everybody's stealing stuff because they can't make a living because all these other companies is buying out and everything is condominium and everything.
They're not knocking down all the old projects.
Well, you know
The
what
project-
DC stand for, right?
It
DC
used to be
stand
for Dodge City. No, don't.
DC stand for District of Caucasian now.
Oh yeah, District of that's the new meaning.
I like that.
District of Caucasian. I
Welcome to the
like
District
that.
of
Y'all
Caucasian.
know
I mean,
everybody.
these-
Look, y'all, I gotta give my shit because you know people take your shit. So when you hear it again,
We
you be
know
like, oh,
Miss Rita said it first. District of Caucasian.
District of Caucasian.
Well, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. When I say it on stage, I'm gonna shout you out.
That's what you're supposed to do. When you
Thank
steal
you.
people, when you
And look here.
I don't steal people's stuff, but I know comedians that do, and
Yeah,
they
they
don't
do.
fight it out.
Yeah, they
And
do.
I
Yeah,
steal
yeah,
a
and
minimum.
do it in front of
comedy,
you.
comedy,
But you do it in
y'all
front of
getting
you
it
and
wrong.
forget they-
Comedy is like a book, like you doing an essay in school. You gotta cite your source, and if you cite and giving the people props, because that ain't your original idea. That's not your original thought. If you give
that's
the
why I'm
people
glad
props,
nobody want to be a
it'll be okay.
crackhead.
But nobody want to give nobody props. They want to take your shit and claim that it's theirs. They the first one that did it, and that's where you got the idea from. Wrong. If you just say, just like my girl Reese said, such and such, just like Miss Rita say, such and such.
Right.
Just like that's letting the people know that you didn't think of that crazy shit. I thought of that crazy shit. And you want to
But
turn
you know-
around and say it's yours.
But look, I don't see them do it right in front of me. Motherfucker do it. And then they look at me and they remember that's where they got the idea from.
No,
And
they
like-
won't do it
and
in
then
front
jump.
of you. They go
Remember
somewhere else
we was
to
at
do
the
it.
contest and dude did a Burke joke and we looked at each other.
Yep. Yep. I don't seen it. They do other people's joke. Don't did my joke, and I'm like, at first I was like, man, hold up, I'm the new guy. How the fuck you take shit from me?
But it's
but
creative.
you know what?
It's new and creative and innovative, and we gotta stop doing that. Why are we doing this? Like we selling drugs and stuff. Why can't we come together as a comedy community and help each other get on this? This should not.
Oh, wait a minute.
This,
I got a
this
question
comedy
for y'all.
thing is different from 15 years ago. It wasn't this treacherous. After that damn pandemic came and people, you know, I'm like, damn.
Wait a minute, I got a question for y'all. So I was told, okay, because see, I'm the type of person, we know a lot of people that put on shows, right? And might go to support whoever or whatever. You might run into them. And my thing is, I've been doing this 10 years. You know I've been doing this 10 years. Every time I see you, I'm not going to run up. Yeah, man, I know you do a show. When you going to put me on? Because I'm not going to boast your head up like that to make you think you that nigga. That's how I'm looking at it. Then I had people tell me, no, that's the only way you can get on is when you ask people. So I'm saying that to say I reached out to somebody and asked them, you know, what's good? When can we work together? My response was basically, what can you do for me? In other words, can you help me do what I'm trying to do? Do you put on any shows, or basically what's in it for me? So I took that as fuck. Wait a minute, how did I put it? If I can't do shit for you, you can't do shit for me. Was that right, or was I right in that thinking? Because where did this response come from?
You know, I was told that you got to be able to put butts in seats. And let me tell you this. And I'm going to use this as an example. I went to a full sold out show. Okay. I did my thing and I dropped the mic. And guess what? And the people loved me. And I didn't know not a one in there.
Right.
I didn't put not a butt in that seat. But I made sure that them butts that was in that seat was entertained.
But
and
here's the thing, Reese.
Said you was good and we want you back.
But all of us are out here, and if I go to New Orleans, how am I put butts in seats? I don't know no fucking body in New Orleans. But if I'm coming and asking you, hey, give me a chance to get what I got out there so people can see it. So maybe next time when you put on some shit, they already seen me. So I'm like, yeah, Miss Rita. That's how I was looking at it.
But I got a chance on November the 5th. And I want everybody to come out and support on November the 5th. I got a chance.
Okay. Hey, Reese.
Yes.
Miss Rita, when you asked that, was you in DC area or was you in DMV or was you out of town?
No, I went in their inbox and asked the question. You know, this ain't nobody that don't know me. You understand? I stopped doing comedy on a regular because I had to come home and take care of my dad. So it wasn't like, you know, I wasn't out there because I wasn't out there. I was out there because I wasn't out there because I couldn't get out there. You understand? But now I'm trying to get back out there. But again, I understand what you're saying, Reese, is part of putting butts in seats. But I wasn't asking for no big payday. I was just asking for an opportunity to get on stage.
What I'm saying, that's what they want us to do. But I wanted the chance. Like I said, I didn't know nobody, but then I put in that seat, but I made sure that them butts that was in that seat was.
But when you got the show, did they call you or did you call them?
No, they called me, and that's because I was out. Wait a minute, Rita. When I was going, when me and Michelle was going, we was going every place, and I'm talking to everybody, every place that I went. Michelle did take me out here and there, and they got a chance to see me for a little bit, and and they was like, "Can you do?" But I
they had a chance to see you. That's the point I'm making. I wasn't asking for no travel accommodations or big pay. You understand?
No, you ain't gonna get it. They gave me a little thing, but
listen to what I'm saying. I'm just reaching out, let you know this is what I'm doing again. Do you have an opportunity for me to show what I can do?
Exactly, and me the same.
But
goes
when I got hit. You got. But then when I got hit, it's a grain of salt. It's a grain of salt. I'm gonna say this. For me, I've been in the comedy thing now for like shit. Honestly, I know. A lot of people think I've been much longer. I have not. But from what I've seen, a closed mouth is unfed.
Right.
Because you might feel you hot right now and everybody see you. They like, why that motherfucker don't put me on? Why they don't? You never said nothing to them. They got their own shit going on. And dealing with the comedy situation.
That's what I was told.
There are a lot of egos. Niggas, like, a lot of people got egos that shouldn't have egos, but they do. And, you know, that's just their thing. But for me, I try to make my own road. You know what I mean? If you like my comedy, put me on. And I like you, I put you on. It's the same thing.
But
if not, make your way. I came with a mindset in this comedy game. I don't need to be discovered. I need to be seen. So I have to make
Thank you.
myself be seen.
That's what we all
Thank
saying.
you.
So I'm gonna go on record right now to say Miss Rita, Bubba Cow, and Althea McFarlane are available for shows. So only y'all promoters out there, we telling you right now, put us on some shows. We ready to hit the stage and tear it up. And everybody is so damn cliquish. Like they gotta click over here.
Oh my God,
there.
say that shit again.
And I'm saying, I'm like, wow.
But you know what? It's not new. I read the Comedy Bible when I first started.
I got mine.
That shit ain't new. That shit ain't new. Everybody got their comedy buddies. That's what they used to call it back then, instead of cliques. They got their comedy buddies, that where they work their jokes out with, where they always hang out. I mean, we see the people. For me, I try to stay independent, even though they'll say I might have my own clique. I didn't think I had my own clique, but I guess maybe I do. But I fuck with everybody. And if you got a comedy show, if you got a comedy show, I'm trying to get on. I got something. I'm inviting everybody. I'm not just bringing my team in, you know. And you get with some of these people, you like, yo, why are you acting like a curmudgeon? You know, and then somebody else put me on this show that you running, but they recommended me, but you already got to eye like, you know what I mean? Like, yo,
you shouldn't do that.
let me perform first, and then you can make your eye.
Ain't no love. Ain't no love in their heart.
But
it's
you
too
wonder why your
it's too
careers are not
cliquish.
going anywhere. Your career ain't going because of what you're putting out. What you put out into this world is what you get. So if you always be negative, you might not show it to somebody, but every time somebody back turn, you talking shit to somebody else about that person or this show or that, this and that. You wonder why the shit you can't get work. It's just the universe saying you don't need to be out there because you're not right. You're not ready yet. I'm grateful for everything anybody give me all the time because you didn't have to give me this opportunity. You didn't have to give me nothing. I teach my kids that. Nobody have to do shit for you. Not even me and your mom. We don't have to do nothing. I told my daughters that when they were little. We could have left it open.
People out there, they out there, they doing stuff. And you can't say it's the universe of energy because some of the people are very nasty. Some of the people,
I know, but that's why their careers are not going but so far. You might think they're somewhere, but guess what? There's always a bigger elephant. There's always a bigger animal. There's always something bigger than what you're doing. That's why I told this young dude the other day, another little comedian, he always like, every time the chick, he's in his early 20s, and he like always chasing girls. I said, look, man, that ain't the right formula. You chase everything you see. You got to kind of pay attention to what likes you. Some of these women walking past you, they're looking at you. And if they give you the eye contact more than 3 seconds, that's who you need to talk to. But some of these women are not even looking at you and you chasing them. They don't want to be bothered, brother. They glimpsed you earlier. You're not it. Understand, you're not the greatest looking man either. You know, I'm not, for me, I'm not the shit for every woman. I'm not. You know what I mean? My wife found me, thank God, but
comedy
like, you know,
is different. I was told in comedy that I was too big. I was told in comedy I need to lose some weight. I was told in comedy you need to look like a certain type, right? It was like, yo, you need to do this, spruces up your hair. You need to blah, 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 blah. And they said they hired you because of what you look like. So I asked them, I said, so it ain't the funny, it's what you look like.
Well,
it's tight cash. We need a big chick for this show. We need a big chick for this show.
Women, Reese, I'm gonna tell you something on that one, right? As a woman, we can't just come in any kind of way. A guy can get off work, go home, wash his face, and come the fuck on out to the show. Right. A woman, we gotta make sure our hair done, makeup done, outfit hitting. We can't just show up in a wrinkled t-shirt, some jeans, and some Timbs.
I feel you, Miss Rita, but at the same time, I disagree.
That's not right. That's not. But that's not right.
Y'all do
Both sex should do that. If you want to be a star, you must look like a star. Right. Don't think you will keep coming out in sweatpants and getting booked. You might be funny, but if you don't look like a star, why the fuck I'm gonna pay money to come see you? And that's been my thing since I've been in this game. You come out the house.
That's like back in the day, everybody made sure they looked their best when they came out the house. Wasn't no pants sagging on the ass. Your hair was done. If you had hair, whatever style it was, it looked presentable. Now you see some people out here with their hair look like shit growing in there. Now I'm all for natural hair, but goddamn it, comb it, wash it.
My thing is just how you dress. I was at a show out where the fuck I was at Nottingham one night. And a comedian came out. This nigga literally had on sweatpants, some tennis shoes with no socks, and just like a t-shirt, like he didn't even press shit.
Right.
And I listened to him. He was all right, but it was like I would have give you more attention if you look like, because I can't believe having the shit you say unless you talking about being depressed, because that's how you dress. You know what I mean? So yeah, you know, real talk. So you have to look the part. If I'm talking about me being in my house, I got 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, and I can't get none of them because I got daughters. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact. At least I'm dressed like a person that might own a house. If I'm up there in that motherfucker looking like whatever, you like, nigga, please, you can't even afford an apartment. You have to play the role, look the part. If you want to be a comedian, you want to be a star, look the part. I'm saying,
Okay,
I ain't gonna say go bust the bank.
I was going to say, because most of my material is about smoking crack. I ain't trying to come out looking like a crackhead.
Well, no, you talking about in the past. Now, if you was talking about in the present, you should come out like a crackhead. It'll be more funny if you talking about the present, but you talking about the past.
Right.
You call your tour recovery.
Material,
so because I'm a big girl, they gonna tell me to lose weight before I can get on.
Whatever. You know what? When they would talk about, y'all talking about people stealing your shit. That's one reason why I'm glad nobody want to be a crackhead, because can't nobody steal none of my shit now. I know I never.
They'll say it. They'll say it. They don't care. Look.
They'll try to mask it. They'll try to mask it. But the way you can tell, there's always 1 or 2 words in there. You know, shit, nigga, this is exactly like me. I know you don't even speak like this. So for you to say certain things I say, I know for a fact it's my shit. And I see them looking right in the face, laughing like, yeah, go ahead, keep coming. And when they recognize it's me, oh, that's where they got it from, then they'll try to, pivot to something else. I've seen it done. I've seen it done over 100 times. My wife one time was at a show. She's like, that's your joke. I was like,
but you know
I had another joker put on IG and talking about why he got kicked off IG because he tried to use my joke and writing it. So, like I said, it's funny, you know, because 3 people called me after that. Nigga, you see this? I said, I see it. But that's cool. It's motivation for me. I need to keep working. And if these motherfuckers been in the game for a minute and you're trying to take some of my shit, that's a compliment with me.
But you know what? I know I didn't start it. I know I wasn't the first one to start it, but hello?
Yeah.
Am I still here? Okay. I know I wasn't the first one to start it, but I noticed a lot more comics have songs in their acts now than they did when I came out. And I know I got over 200
when did you
songs.
sing? But I was singing way back in 2000.
I was making up songs in junior high school.
We were called before Russ Ball started doing the wrong songs. We was doing that back then. I got one that we did even off of TV sitcoms.
That's how I got put out of high school.
Joan back then.
Right.
You know, we was dissing my uncle. We said he's fat and he's flabby. He's dirty and he's shabby. He's all together, crabby, blank, blank, blank. And then I ain't gonna say the name, but we did that. Miss Rita,
I was doing that back in junior high school in the 70s.
That's
how I got put out of class in elementary school.
The same me and you get in a competition and you singing and I'm singing. We both mixing up doing the wrong songs. You know what they're gonna say? Oh, she copying off of her. She copying off of her.
Hey, Reese, you know what? I just thought about it. We need to do a thing called Name That Tune, and we do it our way and see if anybody can pick up what the real song is.
Look, I would that because look,
we need to do that.
I do jingles, commercials.
But hold on. Y'all 2 are old people now, so some of the shit we might not know.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Let me get some clarification, nigga. I'm just 3 years older than you.
I don't know none of Cab Calloway songs.
Listen, with all the shit that I done been through, not too many niggas made it to be my age, so I'm happy to be 60.
Hey, I'm just messing with you ladies. But Reese, let's keep it honest. You are not 3 years older than me. Please stop it. I was born 77. Let's stop that noise now. I was born 1977.
You were born the year I graduated high school.
Exactly.
No, I was born in 71. I was born in 71.
Still not 77. And still not 3 years older.
6. I knew you got 6, but I go backwards.
Yeah, you've been out of high school before I even showed up.
26 next week. Let me look. I tell everybody I was 16 last year. I'll be 26 this year. It's the new math. You switch the numbers around. So then my smart ass daughter gonna say, well, mommy, what you gonna do when you get 66. I said I'm gonna add the numbers together, bitch, and be 12, and then turn it around and be 21.
That's
How
what
about
you
that?
do. That's what
Well,
I do. I
how
break
about
my
this?
weight down and my age the way I want to. Booba
Well,
cow.
I'm down with the you youngers and all these gender shit they do. There's non-binary, there's all them other things, and so I'm age binary. I'm as young or old as you think I am. Don't fucking ask my age.
Oh, my grandmother say you as young as you feel and as old as you act. So I'm 18.
It's true. It's true. Don't be asking my age. It's true.
I
tell
don't
them
care.
youngers that.
If you ask me my age, you can't get none of it. So it don't matter. You
Well,
can't
Half of the
get some of
young-
your age.
But it's funny, a lot of the young comedians think I'm close to their age. And then the older comedians think I'm close to their age. So I always just be like, you know, it is what it is.
But
I'm
you know what?
age.
You know you get
You
old. with
46, right?
Huh?
You 46, right?
Right.
You only got 4 more years to go to hit the hit 50. And what you gonna say in 40? That's 50. I'm 52. I turned it in September.
Well, look,
Hey,
right now I'm
that's
saying
not
age
old.
binary. The youngest thing I'm like mid-30s.
'Cause
So
the
by that
coochie
time, when I'm
still
50, I'll be
good.
early 40s.
Cause the coochie still work and it's still good. And
Well, you know what? I tell everybody I'm reborn. Okay. So this January, I celebrate 18 years crack free because I still smoke weed. Crack was my drug, marijuana, my medication. It's a difference. But either
Gotcha.
way, I ain't had sex since the last time I smoked crack. So I got 62 years old with.
Damn.
with
You better
So
hurry
this
up
like
before
new-
them
this like new
cobwebs
pussy
turn into
all over
old
again.
waves.
Wait a minute, look, this is like new pussy all over again. You hear me?
No, if it's look, what I heard, like, man, once you stop using it, you lose it.
Oh no, baby.
So I
No,
tell
no,
my wife
no.
that all the time.
Don't
I
let
say,
that
look, it's
fool
been a
you.
minute.
Okay? Don't let that fool you, because I'm gonna tell you some real good shit. This shit is worse than crack. One hit and you hook, make you holler for your mom and ask your daddy for some help.
I got
well,
you.
you ain't had a person to back you up in 18 years, so I don't
That's
know
all
if
right.
that's
That's
still
an
true.
18-year worth of backup. I'm gonna release on somebody's son gonna be in trouble
That
when I
joint need a
release this
generator or
beast.
something.
Somebody's
that's
son
what I
gonna be in
said.
trouble when I release this beast. I'm here to tell you.
Thank you. Thank you. So
Well,
whoever
no,
get
hey,
with me, if
but
you
don't it
got
get
a death
dragged a
wish,
while if you don't use it?
come on. If you got a death wish, come on. If you trying to
There
get
you
got,
go.
come on.
There
If
you
you
go.
trying to commit suicide, come on, because there's some
There you
killer
go.
coochie. There's some
There you
killer
go.
coochie. That's all I'm saying. I ain't gonna be the only one damn it using a cane. When I'm
Huh,
finished
man.
with you, you might need two. Help. Wait a minute,
Listen.
Ricky, where you going? Trying to keep
I
up with
got
this.
a full gym downstairs, baby. Okay, my dad was in the army, so we got weight benches, weight sets, all that shit. We got a whole Bowflex machine downstairs. I be getting it in. Like I said, some mother's son is in trouble when I release this beast.
18
Man,
years.
It's been 18 years, Miss Rita. I hate to say it. Some young nigga gonna give you some dick and your ass go back.
Oh, I don't
You
think
gonna
so,
be
baby.
acting like a
I ain't never
crackhead, so
been
that dick, you gonna be
dickmatized. Trust
you
and
gonna,
believe
you gonna be
that.
scratching, you gonna be
Nope,
scratching your
nope.
chest and
Mama
shit.
know
Be
too
like,
many
baby, you coming
Booba,
through
Booba
tonight?
Cow.
What you doing
This
tonight?
for you, Booba Cow. Felicia said that's the damn lie. That shit goes back to being brand new. So
There
don't
you
talk about
go.
something. If you don't
There
use
you
it, you
go.
can lose it.
Say it
Tell them,
again.
Felicia.
No.
Say
Tell
it
them the
again.
old cougar. Don't let them put the
Say
claws
it
out.
again.
They gonna
Say
get
it
your
again.
ass, Booba.
Oh, maybe
Last time I
for
checked,
women.
pussy wasn't
For men.
wine.
But
Yeah, but
exactly.
you was fucking with the wrong pussy. Cause see, here's the thing. By me hanging out with my brother and his friends, I missed my whole stage. Cause my brothers
Me
kept good
too.
watch
I
on
missed
me.
my whole
So my
stage.
shit didn't get a good workout when it was working. It was working. You understand? But it's well preserved. Understand? Ain't nothing
And we
scratched
ready
out
to
of shape.
unleash.
None
But
of that.
it might not be that. It might be that wad instead
Oh,
of that.
trust
You
in what
know
I tell you.
that wad
Wait a
instead of
minute.
the
Maybe
wad.
I need to
You
back
know
It
up
what
could be
we
the
need to
wad
get.
instead of the wad.
Maybe
That,
wait a minute. Let
you
me
know.
rephrase that. I'm not gonna say I haven't had sex in 18 years. My thing is, if I didn't come, it didn't count. So I have had it a couple of times.
Well, I ain't had sex in a couple of years, and that's because I really didn't have sex in a couple of years. I'm concentrating on my career and my comedy because I'm serious about this thing. And what I do know, I don't have time for a nigga and jokes. So I had to make a decision. Let me get the jokes and let me get where I want to be. Then I can go back and choose the mate that I want to be with. Because I would rather be alone and happy than with somebody and miserable.
There you go.
Look.
Just hope you don't get that dab. You don't get that dab. You get the wop, not the dab. That dry ass pussy.
You don't even get a drip.
Oh no. Trust what I tell you.
Concentrating
You're
over
gonna
here.
need waterproof sheets by the time I get done.
And when I get off of my hiatus, I'm gonna get a whole bunch of women together that haven't had sex in a long time, and we're gonna span across the U.S. and create world peace. That's how some good pussy will create world peace. Joe, stop all that fighting, Joe. Come over here and get some of this good. Joe be like, yo, man, I ain't even messing with y'all. Y'all go ahead. I'm gonna go get the good. Then stop all the thing.
It was my choice. Bubba Kai, since you said the open gender or whatever, now people are so into everything. Only thing I'm gonna die with that I didn't have when I was born is my kids. And so with that being said, niggas, I don't know why, or maybe it's because society is so acceptable with sex now. But when you meet a guy, within 20 minutes of the conversation, he let you know he eat ass. Well, if you came out with me like that, I mean, you don't come out with everybody else. So that meant you done stuck your face in the place of everybody that let you.
You got the pluckies. Everybody's fucking around with the pluckies. I don't want the
everybody fucking and sucking everything.
This is something that came about. I just can't get. I heard this a long time ago. It was a guy. He was a smoker. He wasn't a cracker. He was a smoker. The smokers like usually got jobs or they
you can go to work and do all that shit.
Those are smokers. He wasn't a crackhead. And then he's dressed nice. Always had a nice car. But man, he come be cop good. Be like, nigga, how is this? He said, man, I got a good woman. I said, yeah, it's like that. He said, yeah, but the thing is, man, you know, if you want to keep him, you want to do that, you gotta lick that butthole. And I was like,
oh, that's crazy.
No, that ain't true.
Oh, no.
Because everybody is different.
Well, he didn't have nothing. The man was on crack.
Well,
so I'm just saying.
Everybody is different. Maybe
don't lick
I want to say one thing real quick. The good news with Reese is it's a light meal. You're only getting 50% of the calories of a normal ass eating.
Look, no. I got the full hole. You can lick the cheeks. I'm missing one cheek, but I got a regular hole now. Might be a lopsided hole, but I got a man hole now. You know, but even with me, I don't want nobody licking my ass. That's nasty.
I'm about to say the other thing. The other thing is
people that eat chitlins usually the ones that lick ass.
And I've never ate chitlin. I've never eaten chitlin a day in my life.
But you lick ass? Well, I guess you do.
No,
okay.
I told you, but I told you though, that wasn't my thing. I didn't have to do that.
I said if a man eats chitlins,
overrated. It's overrated, Booba Cow. I done had a nigga licking my ass doing cartwheels with his tongue, doing spinning around. But it don't thrill me, and that did not make me crazy. That did not make me keep him. That made me say, "Ugh, that's nasty."
Right. Never kiss your ass or smoke or drink behind you.
And you definitely wasn't getting no kisses. You need to brown Listerine on that. Stop.
No, ma'am.
I also was going to say y'all got to worry about these pills too, because it's a different dick out here now from when y'all got it 18 years ago. Now they got these pills for these old niggas. Y'all might get experience you never had before.
Oh, that's what I'm looking for.
I tell a joke about an old dick looking like a rabbit in a field of cotton. Oh, he said looking like bird rabbit. You look like a black rabbit in a field of cotton.
No, I got one.
I don't want no old dick. That pill don't help them old dick. Them shrivel up old dicks. Them Uncle Ben old dicks. Them I was under the Underground Railroad with Harriet Tubman old dick. I don't want no old
Reese, this sounds personal. This sounds very personal. Why does it sound so personal, Reese?
Well,
why does it sound so personal?
Let me look. All I can say, Reese, is after not having sex for so long and having to take care of my dad, an old 92-year-old wrinkled dick was what I expect to see every goddamn day when I changed his diaper. I'm here to tell you. And then I wasn't ready because I had never seen an uncircumcised dick. So I was like, what the hell? Whoa. And when the hospice people came out, I had them to give him a bath. And the lady gonna try to tell me when I clean my daddy, you supposed to pull the skin. No, goddamn it, that's your job. I'll wipe his ass. You clean his dick.
And ladies, if you gotta give head to somebody with the foreskin around it, please make sure you pull it down and clean before you put anything in your mouth. With all kinds of dirt and stuff.
I remember at one point in time they were trying to say that was a good thing and you don't lose the extra sensitivity and all that.
Look,
Shit, fuck that.
anytime your dick smell like your belly button, when is that a good thing? That's what that foreskin, you put that foreskin down and be like, no nigga. No.
Once again, Reese, this sounds very personal.
Experience. Listen,
Exactly. She be talking like she's talking from experience.
I might have to take lessons.
I talk from inexperience because I did not experience that and they did not experience me. Oh no.
Right.
Put
That's
that
why
away.
I said most of the time people
I
get
got
on
the
stage.
blessings. I'm getting the fuck out of this.
People get on stage and talk about what they know about. So you never heard me talk about none of that. My brothers made sure I didn't get on that dick sucking thing. My brother wouldn't let me eat popsicle, pickles, or any bananas, anything that looked like a pickle. I had to cut that shit up and eat it. I couldn't just regular eat that shit. So I missed that whole dick
ice
sucking
cream
stage.
cone, popsicle, pickles, everything. I ain't
And then my gag reflex level ain't that high, so I have trouble sucking my thumb. So unless you got a little dick, you ain't got shit coming.
Well, I'm just the opposite of Miss Reedham. I don't have no gag reflex, and I like pickles, popsicles, ice cream cones, and all that.
I know that's right.
Corn on the cob, bananas. What? I make some shit disappear. But
once I figured out a nigga would stick his dick in anything moving, I changed my mind on that one.
Well, then that's why you got to be selective.
But you know what? You was good to get
gotta
some
be
pussy.
selective.
There you go.
But I'm saying, but that's vice versa. You can say some brides let any nigga stick a dick in them. And
Right, that's what I'm saying.
The pretty boy nigga that was burning
And a
bitches.
lot of them that do got the pluckies.
Right.
You done fuck around and got the pluckies, boo.
Yeah. And see now, back in the day, they had some shit you could get a shot in your ass and be good. This shit they got now, you die with it.
Sure do.
Again, I'm not gonna die with nothing I didn't have when I was born except for my kids.
My kids.
And a nigga ever give me some shit, it's gonna be some flower bringing and slow singing, cause the Lord done took them home.
Not the Biggie Smalls on their ass.
Yeah, buddy.
We got the Biggie Small. Get the hell up out of here. I'm supposed to be at the grocery store.
I gotta go to work anyway.
It's been fun. And the topic was the city under siege. I feel safer back then than I do now. Back then we had a code, we had a creed, and we lived in it. Whether you was in it or not, it still was respect. Remember they used to say no babies and no women get shot up? Now everything gets shot up, even infants.
Not just that, if you were a person and they knew you were doing good in sports or schoolwork, they didn't fuck with you. Certain people were off limits. If they knew a young girl or a young guy was getting ready to beat somebody with the books, they were off limits. If they knew that you had some kind of physical talent or could sing or some shit, you were off limits.
Yeah, a lot of basketball players got passes. A lot of dudes could play basketball and got passes.
That's because back then we was trying to make it come up out the ghetto. These youngins trying to get into the damn ghetto. I see the suburbanites, privileged kids, they trying to sling and carry guns like they hard.
That's always been like that. That's always been like that, though.
A different movement, though, Booba. It was a different movement back then. They were slinging because they felt they didn't have a choice, and they wanted other people to have a choice. They said, we're gonna sling. You go to school so you can do what you need to do, not to do what I'm doing. They can't like that.
Playing with niggas that put basketball tennis shoes and shit.
At the recreation centers,
they
were throwing cookouts, back to school giveaways. They were finding mothers that was on welfare and helping them pay bills and do different shit. When your people got locked up, if they kept their mouth shut, your folks was took care of, and they were too. Now these little niggas tell for you to even get the handcuffs on them good.
And they're attacking black businesses. They $70,000 worth of sneakers out there on the streets when they need to be on my feet. So if you got some sneakers and you selling them, DM me.
I heard about that. That's crazy.
70,000. Booba, you stole the shirts and jeans last week. They went into a Foot Locker, came out with a stack of shirts, walked in and walked out. That was Booba.
That was me back in the day.
Oh. This is all done on the internet now, so they might be coming
My
for me.
shit
So.
back in the day,
Oh,
baby, I would hit your ass hard. You know why you go in the store now and they got hangers every other way? Because we was with that crew that would go in there and grab an armful of shit and run out the store. This is back in the 70s and the 80s.
It's still
I was
going
the
on.
driver for a lot of boosters.
They doing it now.
They
Somebody
doing it
got
harder
one of
now.
them machines
Because
at
now
home
they're
where you
going
can take
about
tag
30
off.
kids up in one
But
store.
now they got people going in groups. We wasn't doing no groups. One person would go in each store, and I would sit outside
So the
and wait
store
for these
wouldn't let
bitches
y'all
to come
come in a
out.
group. The store would be like, hold up, all y'all can't come at one time.
Right. Getting ready to go
Now,
back to that now. But
they
the
just
store
scared
can't
now.
control that because the kids run in. They
You
run
know
in
what?
on
They need one of
kids run
those.
in.
Let me
What
look.
you want to do?
They need
so
one of those, what they call
when I was
the
in ninth
panic
grade,
room. Listen,
when
if
I was
they
in
had
ninth
one of
grade,
those
right?
panic rooms, you know how when you go in the Target or the Giant and they got that little section between the front door and the outside door? If they had some shit where they do that and that outside door click, and then that other door drop down and they keep their ass in that little section till the police come, some of this shit will stop.
But the thing is, like back in the day, like I said, like they had something similar, but it wasn't that much. Like I was in ninth grade, they had the little go-go things that would be a curl. And so my homies from around 1-7, we ain't with them. Niggas go to up against the wall right there. Adams Morgan. Ran that joint, grabbed a bunch of t-shirts and just roll the fuck out. 2 dudes, roll the fuck out. That was my first time even seeing that. I was like, get the fuck. So this is not new. It's just they going harder. Because there's more people.
We were smart enough where I knew people that worked in different stores. So when the shit would come in, they would put the shit in the trash and then put it out to the dumpster, and we would pick shit up like that. So we were more clever and smooth with our shit.
Exactly. You have the inside man. These motherfuckers ain't got nobody. They just come up at about 10, 20 deep and just ransack the whole thing. So now the CVS, the one at Adams Morgan, if you go in there, there's hardly anything on the shelf. Period. Anything you want that's locked up, you can get, but or medication, but you can't get the regular shit. I mean, it looks so bad. I saw it this morning. It looked like the store was about to open or close. Like close down.
Cause that's how it is now.
No, they pulling out. They pulling out. They said they're closing down for CVS's.
They're closing them down.
A lot of stuff is going to be online where they can ship you shit now.
And then
a lot of stores are going to go to shipping.
Then we got to worry about
there's no more convenience. You want to get your medication for your grandma, guess what now? You got to go another mile or 2 to go get your medication for your grandma because y'all stole so much out of this place over here to where you don't have access to shit no more. You got a headache or something just to get an aspirin. You're going to be like how in certain places in Southeast where there's food deserts and places where you can't get any regular and you got to go to the corner store. And guess what the nigga at the corner store going to do? Triple times charge you what it's supposed to be.
Right.
So
we heard our own, y'all.
There ain't no point system with them. There ain't no coupons. None of that shit. And we don't say we screwing ourselves. We are screwing ourselves, man. Just to get some of the stuff they have, we are screwing ourselves. It's not even worth it. Your youngers just don't know. What are you stealing from there? It's nothing. Nothing at all. You get locked up for, but not just that, you're losing. Your neighborhood,
and most of the time, they got
values are going down.
That's right. Go into those rich neighborhoods.
Anyway,
wait a minute. They are in the rich neighborhoods stealing too. They got Tyson's Corner breaking in, but there's more police presence up there than it is down at Forestville Mall.
You had Tyson's Corner. That was that one situation. You haven't heard it since then.
Nope.
You haven't heard it since then.
Nope. They got away with $3 million worth of jewelry. Them people are shopping. They ain't even in the area no more. I can get away with $3 million. I'm going on the island somewhere and live life like a king. Go to Ghana, go on them. I'm leaving.
I'm not leaving because they're going to mean I'm guilty. I'm going to do the same shit the way I've been doing it. I'm
leaving and go enjoy life.
My kids and my grandkids can live off of it.
If I would have got away with stealing $3 million,
I'm not going to go nowhere.
Well, if I got away with stealing $3 million, that's okay. You ain't going to see me. I'll be living like a queen somewhere. $3 million.
They're not going to get me. Nope. I'm going to spend it a little bit at a time.
I'm in another country living life in Raleigh.
Nope.
Ain't
not doing it.
Because I ain't never coming back.
That's just like when people hit the number for them millions of dollars, and within 10
that
years
remind me, I
they
gotta
broke
go get my
because
money
they didn't take
today.
and spend the money the right way.
Like when I get my millions again, y'all ain't gonna know. Well, you know, because I'll be into more programs and doing more stuff. And when you see us traveling on the road, because Miss Rita, I'll put you on, Booba, I'll put you on, because laughter is laughter, and they missing out. So we will travel to different states. Every little town needs to laugh.
There we go.
Yeah, that's what they need to get a caravan of laughter going on. Shoot.
Go.
I look. Monique ain't the only Monique. Well, there's a Monique, but there's a Reese out here too. That's just as funny. That Lunel out there. Look, some more older than there's a lot of us out here, y'all. We waiting for our chance because we hungry. We trying to eat, and they always say the volunteer makes the best soldier. And I know
why do you add some more? Why you add some more?
Show them how you can
He just added her because she was a female.
Oh, okay. It sounded like you were on the road with like all sick women. Then you said some more, and I'm like,
no, I said March, Booba Kyle, March. I said always say the volunteers make the best soldiers. And I said, I know you can soldier on and make some laugh. And I said, March, Booba Kyle, March. Come on, drill sergeant.
I got you.
All I know is you drop the mic on their ass.
That's boom. That's it. Blow up. Boom. Are you the bomb?
And I had to start posting that everywhere because people were starting to say it. Now let niggas know this is my shit. Drop the mic on them.
Yeah, exactly.
I be dropping mics on niggas that don't even know me. They be putting shit on Facebook. So when they meet me, they you that drop the mic on them, bitch.
Yup. So, and if something seems like, I seen the other comedian do that, the other comedian do it, you might have, because a great joke is a great joke. Okay, just because the comedian died don't mean the joke need to die with it. And Michael Collier said that. See, that's how you cite and give people their props for what people say and stuff like that. He was the first one that I heard say that. Just because the comedian did don't mean they got to take the joke with him. Let the joke live on. That's your footstep in life. Red Fox, his material.
As long as you give props to them when you use it, yeah.
That's right.
As long as you give props to them, yeah. But don't be taking that shit like it's yours.
My man Rollo said so and so. You know, a good friend of mine said this. Timothy Hall, and then I go into it. You know what I mean? Because this shit is hilarious. You know, but at least you know where that shit came from, and you gave props to that person.
Right.
And that's your recognition, because like the mind of Messiah, they want to know what's in your mind. I can't be crazy out there if I'm using everything out of Miss Rita's mind, or I'm using shit out of Gwen's mind or whatever. How can I say that that's my own thought? No, you dipping in other people's mind. You taking other
right
people's
now, that's
thoughts
what
and
you
ideas.
don't want to take inside my mind. You might not come back.
And my mind is sick to
the what you call it, laugh? Yeah, I've never heard anybody in my life do that laugh naturally. That was natural.
That's how I laugh.
Oh yeah, that's the word we cracker. Because Reese caught that shit before I was sitting.
Reese catch a lot of shit, but guess what? Reese don't say nothing.
Look,
so
I can do Woody Woodpecker real good.
Comedians, I see y'all. I just don't say nothing. Men, I see y'all. I just don't say nothing. Women, I see y'all. I just don't say nothing.
You better stop reading before they think you don't relapse.
Let's put it to us in the book. So I see a lot of stuff. I ain't gonna say nothing. I see a lot of shit that happened in the comedy thing. I ain't gonna say nothing, but I'm gonna write that shit down. Now, I'm gonna get you.
Oh yeah, you know, DC comedy scene is different. You know what I mean? It's definitely different. They got a movie. Is a documentary / movie they doing. It's called the Mecca of Comedy.
The Mecca of Comedy. Yeah, I got my ticket.
They already did it. They already
no, they
filmed
didn't. It's this Friday.
They doing Because We Are Funny this Friday. So that's what they
that's
filmed.
Part of We Are Funny. But
they got a movie out. They got on the last day. There's a movie, at the amphitheater that you gonna see on comedy.
Wow.
My
So
girls bought my ticket for my birthday, and I'm going to the entire festival, and it starts this Friday with the movie The Mecca of Comedy. So they
see, so I told you they already did it.
They have not shown it to the public yet. They're doing that this Friday.
I didn't say they showed it. I said they did it. They made it already,
and now they're gonna premiere it Friday as the kickoff
This
for
Friday,
the festival.
Okay, let me know.
And I'm going to the entire. My daughters bought me the entire package for my birthday, so I'm going Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Bless your heart.
Huh?
What happens on Saturday?
Okay, well, Saturday they have workshops, and then they have different shows. DC Young Fly is gonna host or do the hosting for Friday, and then what's the name?
Two
from
theaters
Martin?
now. You got to let
Tashina
them know
Arnold
which
and a
theater.
couple of other comics. They have 2 or 3 different comedy shows with people like Tashina Arnold, different comics from legendary comics from back in the day. And
right.
They got a
y'all
whole
look it up and support it. All black people, and that's why it's because they are funny. You know, some I heard some of the white comedians are upset about it because they was like,
they
well, we're
couldn't get
funny
in, right.
too, but
it's the American Black Film Festival. Duh. The American Black Film Festival.
Even that, I saw previews. They still show white comics in there. Johnson C. What's his name? Jonas C. Something. They got him in there. They got Bill Burr. They got some white
now,
comedians.
Are they
in there.
white or are they just light?
They white. They white.
No. I don't mean as far as being non-black. They could be Spanish but look white.
They
could
white.
be Indian and look white. Cause see, when
They're
you
white.
signed up for it said you could. Well, either way.
Ruben Cow said they white Anglo-Saxon Protestants.
But you know what? I
They're white.
don't want to say it out loud, but I know a couple of comedians that if you just look at them, you would think they were white until they open their damn mouth.
These people I'm talking about, we know they're white. They're straight up white. Bill Burr is white. He is white and red hair.
One of the girls that we were on Clubhouse together in the room with Bob Sumner, and she tried to sign up for it, and they told her because she was not black, she did not qualify to be in the contest.
Yeah, the contest. But when you talk about comedians out of this area, you got to put people like, the Johnson C., whatever his name is, Bill Burr, and all that. So for the contest, they ain't gonna do that. Nah, give us opportunity. That's what they thinking about.
Right. For the contest, you had to be black. But the other shows that they're putting on, they got everybody.
But what contest? I ain't had no damn thing about no contest.
It was a contest. It was $20,000 cash prize contest.
I remember that.
They
you had
did
to pay $25 to register.
That's why they lost a lot of people.
You send in a tape, and then they selected the people that sent in tapes.
Yeah.
I didn't fly because I knew my $25. I knew my $25 was going to the $20,000 prize, so I didn't even.
I mean, well, money,
like
right?
Like playing the lottery,
right?
Can they have a free contest where you can actually enter for free, and you can charge the people to come and see the talent, and let that be the prize money?
Well, we can
because
do that,
a lot of people don't have. How much did it cost to get in the festival? $350 or a couple of $100 to go to the festival all day, and that's very sad and unfortunate. You know,
well,
that's
how they gotta raise money. So they gotta raise money to pay for events and stuff. So
they gotta pay for the venues.
That's true. I understand that, but can they do something for the people that ain't got
fly and all them people coming here free? No,
I didn't say that.
But, and think about it, half the time now we do comedy shows.
All that other stuff.
Like right now, I'm cutting out all
my $20 ticket. Get y'all $20 ticket on November the 5th.
All my shows are paid now. All my shows are paid now. Every last one of my dude is paid. You know, if I have something to do with it, you're paying at the door or buying a drink. Period. Because I gotta eat. I've done enough free shows to let you know I'm out here. We're done with that.
Right.
A nigga gotta get paid. I need to get something.
Gas money, something.
And believe it or not, some people ain't gonna come see you until you start charging.
Get out of here.
Fuck me up when I heard. When I noticed.
This is crazy.
Some people like, how you making money? You're not making no money. Then they discount, what you're doing because they think it's free. So it's but if you charging, they're like, oh, it must be worth some. It's just the human psyche.
But you know what I think it's sad? Okay, so given my situation, right? My mom was the only child, so that means I have no aunts, uncles, or cousins. My dad had 2 sisters that didn't live here, so I don't have any family here. Most of the people that I know or associated with were in the world. So since I'm not out there anymore, I'm not associated with none of those people. So I don't have any people to put butts in the seats. Now, if I was given an opportunity for other people to see me, and then they be, oh yeah, I want to see her again. Right. You understand? But they don't do that.
Right. Right. Like I said, some fucking way. It's a vicious game. It's vicious going in and coming out. And like I said, and the game is different than it was when I initially started in 2012. When back then it was 10, how many years ago? 13, 11 years ago. It's totally different. And it became really different after the pandemic. Let me tell y'all, I was on a tour. I was on John Moffat, the comedy boss. We was going down. He from Oklahoma. We was going down doing the down south tour. When that COVID hit and shut everything down, a lot of the comedians had to stop and revamp what they doing. And then amongst revamping, I guess when they came out, there was some different creatures.
No, what actually happened
everybody
was
now, what I noticed is they go on my likes, how many viewers you get, not viewers, but yeah, how many people follow you and this and that. And for some people, I noticed they're not comedians. They more satire. That's their thing. I get that. But the same people are trying to do stand-up and it's not moving over right. But at the same time, the promoters don't care because those people have a following and they feel they can put those butts in the seats.
Right. But a lot of the times, the people that follow you ain't even where you are. So you have 1 million followers, but ain't none of them where you are. So what the hell? You just got them people that's following you.
Well, unless you have a lot of your stuff is based, upon where you stay, and then you really gonna have more local followers because majority of shit like Goofy's, he have over 1 million followers, but a lot of stuff he do and stuff he talk about is like the DC area. Like he did that DMV thing where it was, DC versus Maryland and Virginia and Baltimore trying to get in the conversation. And that was hilarious. But that was particularly to here. And a lot of the people that don't stay here that are watching that, they from here, but they don't live here no more. You know what I mean? So they still in tune. So that's what the game is now. It's all about how many followers you have and shit. Like me, I don't have that many followers. I'm over.
I ain't got nobody following me.
1,300.
I got a lot of followers, but like you said, they're not here. Like if I go to a show in North Carolina, I know I can sell at least 20 tickets. Well, according to my cousin, I can sell 880 tickets because he said you get all your family come out to different places. I can sell in Georgia. I can sell.
Well, I got Detroit. I got Detroit and Atlanta.
I just started doing the social media thing about over a year and change ago. So that's what I'm saying. I just started the social media thing about a year and some change ago. So for me, all this stuff is sort of new. Prior to that, I stayed off.
Why you sound like you in a hole?
We running out of time. We get ready to go into a second show.
That's Molly. Molly trying to give us a clue to get the hell off here.
Molly, I know. Molly doing that. Molly said, y'all niggas is done for the day. Molly said, I ain't gonna show up tomorrow. You done took too much time today. But we want everybody to come back and tune in tomorrow. It started at 10:30, Booba Cow.
Not 11:30, Booba Cow. Hey, Reese, they don't tap your phone. You can hear them talking. You hear that? That's them. Look. Oh, now don't try to repeat me. I know it's you. I know it's the law. See that? That's too long.
Yeah, we've been in too long. I gave out too much information. Look, this has been Wellness Wednesday. Get your mind in check. Check your children, people. We get ready to be out. We out of here. Dad mentality, Mr. Rodney. You got anything to say before we go out?
Nah, it's all good. I was just enjoying listening to to how comedians think out here. But you know,
but we gonna tap
check me out on
tomorrow.
anything. You know, that.
Miss Rita,
Dad
we're going to do a part 2 tomorrow, Rodney, because we got to really get into digging that comedian basket. Because a lot of people going to come unraveled and come undone. They ain't going to like what you're saying, but it's the truth. Rodney, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just like, check out the show. We just did a show this weekend about graduation that's coming out on Thursday. The difference between raising your kid as a teenager and raising your kid as an adult. We also talked about real quickly about fuck, I can't even remember what the other thing was. But anyway, it's all good. Catch me on everything. Dad_Mentality Podcast, man.
Dad Mentality Podcast. But he on the Morning Back Show today, because that's what we do. Rip him out the plastic because he's feeling brand new. Gotta catch Dad Mentality, my man Rodney. Booba.
Yo.
Where can they find you? Give them some good stuff.
All right. Due to my operation,
I
will not be out there. Huh?
Miss Rita left. I was going to tell Miss Rita. Tell them where they can find you, Miss Rita.
Well, this Thursday, I'm going to be at Visions Lounge. That's 8th Street. Visions Lounge. Is a football situation from 8 to 10 football, and the comedy starts from like 10:30 to 12:30. We're gonna be the late mic. It's perpetual. It's just starting. Come and show your love. If you want to wear your team shit, come on out with it. It'll be a great time.
Look, somebody give me a ride. Pick me up, somebody. I need a ride for tomorrow night. But y'all get y'all tickets for November the 20th, y'all. No, I'm sorry. It's $20 tickets for November the 5th. Arlington Draft House. I'll be featured on David Carter's That's Call My Name tour. And they filming this. So you know I gotta look the part. But I'm a star, I gotta look like a star. Especially on November the 5th.
Exactly.
I think I look like a star every day. Don't I twinkle and glisten? Don't I shine?
Yes, you do. Like a fresh butterball turkey on Thanksgiving morning.
Got the fresh bob wig on today. I saw you.
Yeah, and the curls too.
I'm trying to get a good look for November the 5th, y'all. So if y'all got a special
just trying different things every day.
Yeah. So say something to me, people. Let me know what look good. Say, Reese, wear that November the 5th. Reese, do that. I can't lose 50 pounds by then, but I can try to make it look like I.
You can definitely change the outfit.
Snatch it up. Snatch it up, the girls.
Snatch that shit up because you know my shit is brand new.
Put a ribbon on it. Molly, take us out, please. Peace.
Peace.